Can I put something to you?
Yeah, sure.
The stream numbers are really going through the roof.
There you go.
I think when we first started this about 3 years ago, 600 to 800, last week's game, which was probably not one of the better games to watch in all honesty, but it's almost 2,000. How do we convert those watching on their smart devices to come here, as you said, bums on seats?
Look, is it $1 million question? Because the truth of the matter is that you guys can only live stream one game at a time, correct?
Yeah.
There are 5 other games being played at local, at NPL level at any one time. So can you get there? Yeah, you can. Of course you can. And us providing, better facility, having better facilities, providing, better options when it comes to cuisine and allowing families to come and actually make a night of football. That's what's going to bring people here. That's what's worked for our club. I tell you straight, we engaged, like I said to you, we had 1.5 junior teams. We went to the FSA. Michael Carter was excellent, great help for us, right? And we had to put our faith in them. And they said, look, try this, do this, do this. This facility came up. And remember, at the time, it had one synthetic pitch and nothing else. It's developed, and look where we are now.
Speaking of cuisine, Chappie, we're just going to move out of picture for a sec. I want you to have a look at this cuisine that is on offer. This is what will bring people and get bums on seats. Just have a quick look at that, mate. How's that? That's what's going to get the people here. Stav, listen, we're going to have a chat to some of your sponsors at halftime.
Excellent.
Thanks for what you're doing here tonight. Great initiative. And Stav Parissos, the president, such a young president. Well done.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your support too. Really appreciate it.
Pleasure. Back up to you, Rob.
Thanks, Paul. Thanks, Stav Parissos, the president of Adelaide Olympic. And, West Adelaide are leading 2-0 at the moment against Adelaide City here at the Velo Sports Centre. It is a double header. Don't forget the big clash is Olympic up against Raiders tonight here at the Velo Sports Centre. It is a big night of things happening for an Olympic. It is the Adelaide Olympic Sponsor Appreciation Event. It is a magnificent event which they have organised. There's a lot of people in the area there, so it is great to see. Our co-commentator is Paul Pellezzari will be coming up with us. Paul Pellezzari will be doing the stats, and Ryan Marveggio will be on the boundary. I'm not sure if Ryan's with us at the moment. He's going to put his ears on as the player goes down. I don't know if the camera guys can pick it up. A player has been sent off for Adelaide City. We'll try and pick it up. I don't know if the camera guys can switch over to the ground. So, not sure if it's a penalty. Is that a penalty, Bomber?
Yeah, just out of the box there.
Just out of the box.
As we welcome Paul Pellezzari.
He's going to put his ears on at the moment, and we'll put him up. Very good evening to Paul Pellezzari.
Well, good evening, Rob. I've never just out of breath, mate. Let me get my breath back. And what a game from last week, West Adelaide. Where did this come from?
Don't know what's happened with them, but certainly a reversal from what happened last week. And good to see him get their probably first win of the season. The big clash, Paul, tonight, Adelaide Olympic up against Raiders. We'll just take this free kick at the moment. That's going in the back of the net. Goal. And that's Perry Mitchell, I reckon. So West Adelaide 3, Adelaide City 0. Can you believe that? Stevie G must be so happy.
Well, he'll be safe for another couple of weeks, won't he, Rob? His job will be safe for another couple of weeks.
It's safe.
Yep. Whew. Blimey. Okay, so where are we?
Okay, we're just going to be doing going through the results from last week, Jimbo. So we'll look at the results from last week, and there's also some games that were played today as well, as Jimbo gets that up. So Campbelltown 2 defeating, that's the week before, I reckon, Jimbo. Was that last week? No, sorry, that's last week's. My fault. So Campbelltown 2-0 up, winners over Metro. Para Hills 2-1 over West Adelaide. Adelaide United drew 1-1 with Croydon. Comets 2-0 up against the Raiders. Adelaide City 3-1 over Olympic. And Blue Eagles on their merry way, top of the table at the Well, 4-0. So looking at the results that happened today. So Jimbo will get that one up as well. And the game's being played as well. So the results from the 3 o'clock kickoffs is Croydon Kings 3, South Adelaide 3, that was final scores. And final score, Parry Hills 0, Campbelltown 0. And the West Adelaide City, as I said, West Adelaide leading 2-0 against Adelaide City. And the Comets and Blue Eagles, Bomber.
I've got a score update thanks to Green Play. It's 1-1 between Comets and Blue Eagles.
And not forgetting the game here is Olympic up against Raiders. And the other game being played tomorrow, I reckon, it's Adelaide United up against Metro Stars. That's a Sunday 3:30 p.m. kickoff. And looking at the table, after last week's results, before any of the results. So Blue Eagles, they're drawing 1-1 at the moment. So they're on 14.
But just analyse that, Rob. Six teams are on 10 points. How close is this league? 6 teams
very, very
on
close.
10 points. It's been fantastic.
Croydon obviously go to 11 after their 3-3 draw with a 0-0 draw. So Campbelltown go to 11 with a 0-0 draw against Parry Hills. Parry Hills go to 6.
Don't try and analyse it, Rob. It's going to get too
and South
complicated.
Both points there. Yeah, we'll get it a bit later on.
But the thing to note from that premiership table that you're looking at, before round 7 results, 6 teams on 10 points. And if you really give Adelaide City back their 6, they'd be on 9. So very, very tight league, as we said last week. 3 teams could be fighting it out for relegation. But on tonight's result, West Adelaide, Jekyll and Hyde performance, have pulled something out of the bag to, they're 3-0 up here and look like they will go on and win this game here at the Velo Football Centre. Round 7, thanks to Green Play Australia. It's the 13th of April today. Unlucky for some. Who's it going to be unlucky for tonight? But it is round 7, so that's where your luck comes into it. Welcome to our viewers.
Yeah, it's going to be a huge game. Olympic up against Raiders. Olympic a bit of a downer last week, going down. And also I think Raiders went down as well last week. If I get that result. Yeah,
Raiders
went down 2-0
to the Comets. Yeah, was that the new coach syndrome, Rob? New coach comes in and straight away.
Just trying to remember his name. Ryan, are you on air?
Sure am on air, bud.
Who's the new Olympic coach again?
Comets coach?
Comets, yeah.
Con Antonio.
Con Antonio, that's right.
I should have remembered that.
With Ilias Dimitritzidis. I think they might be doing a co-coach, or Ilias Dimitritzidis might be assisting him. But I
think he's assisting him.
That is the dynamic pair for Adelaide Comets.
So great success first up for the Comets last week. Let's have a look at tonight's game. These two teams haven't met too often. In fact, looking back at the head-to-head, they've only met on 2 occasions prior to that, and Adelaide Olympic have won on both those occasions. Back in 2016, Adelaide Olympic beat the Raiders 1-0. And that was away from home, and at home Adelaide Olympic beat the Raiders 3-0. So not much of a history between these two teams, but Adelaide Olympic holding sway with 2 victories. But they are favourite tonight, Rob, but I don't think there's a bit of a disparity in the odds here that Raiders are around 325 or 365. I don't think it should be that far apart, these two teams.
No, certainly right. The Raiders were in good form previous to last week's results, and Terence Carter's been in goal-scoring form as well. And Olympic as well has been in good form, but a bit of a hiccup. Both teams had a hiccup last week. Olympic has made one big change. Their goalkeepers, Daniel Vaughan, their normal first-team keeper, has been dropped to the bench. And Nicholas Harpers, another Nicholas Harpers, playing in goals, and that's the Nicholas Harpers that plays for Olympic.
Okay, just the run-in maybe might help us a little bit in regards to tipping for tonight's game. Adelaide Olympic in the run-in, they've gone off a little bit of late. They lost 3-1 to Adelaide City, and they also lost 3-1 to the Blue Eagles. Prior to that, they drew with the Croydon Kings 1-1, and with the Comets, they beat them, beat Metro Stars, and they beat South Adelaide. So just a little bit off the boil. But in saying that, Rob, same with the Raiders. They started with a bang, but they've been pegged back with a loss last week to the Comets. They beat West Adelaide 7-2 the week prior to that, and they had a draw with Adelaide City 2-2. But prior to that, they had
Carter scored 4 goals in that game.
Prior to that, a good victory over Campbelltown City and, of course, poor old South Adelaide. But what was the South result today? They drew.
They drew 0-0.
So,
no, 3-3, sorry, against Croydon.
So Benny Dale there. First point on the board for South Adelaide. Congratulations to Ben Dale. This game's still going, and it is 10-7 Adelaide local time here. If you're watching around the world, welcome through Facebook Live and welcome through YouTube Live. We can take your comments too through Facebook Live. If you want to say hello or maybe give us your tip. But do you want to go through the lineups before we go with the tips, Rob?
Okay, go with the LA Olympic lineup for today's clash. Big clash against the Raiders. It is number 1 in goals, Nicholas Harpus. Number 2, Jacob Butler Bowden. Number 3 is Matthew Halliday. Number 4 is Thomas Brown. 5 is David McCreadis. 7 is John Karatzis. 9 is Christos Ponendas. He comes in for Matty Kamara as he was sent off in last week's clash. Number 10 is the captain, Ricardo da Silva. 13, Paul Espina. 14, Fasto Erba. And 23, Andrea Delera. On the bench for the Adelaide Olympic side, it is number 6, Eli Vlatsis. 8, Manny Katopidis. And 12, Dimitri Tomasos. And reserve goalkeeper tonight is Daniel Vaughan.
Okay, looking at the visiting team, the Raiders tonight in goal, Nicholas Munro. Wearing the number 3 will be Kalalu Kamara. Number 4, the captain, Paul Blafari. Number 5, Adam Van Dommel. Number 7, Jackson Walls. Number 8, Rocco Visconti. Number 10, the excitement machine, Terence Carter. Number 16, Ambassador Yosef. Number 18, Josh Murray. 21, Jake Monaco. And number 99, Emmanuel Okello-Phillip. The reserves for the Raiders tonight, number 11, David Karossi. Number 14, Oliver Zafaridis. 17, Justin Bralic. Number 20, Aaron Atkins. And the reserve keeper tonight is Vasilios Trifopoulos.
That's Aaron Acton, no S at the end.
Oh,
I don't
sorry.
know if you got it. It's Acton. I think he's a brother of the young one there.
So Aaron Atkin.
Aaron Acton, yep. A-C-T-O-N.
Oh.
That's okay. Senior referee for today's clash is Eric Ford Sestili, good referee. And his assistant is Jack Robinson. And the other assistant is Liam Miller.
Okay, boys, Ryan, you've been fairly quiet down there, although he's socialising. He hasn't even got his ears on, so I don't think we can even talk to him. How's that for a boundary rider? I thought we got the kick-off time wrong tonight. Robbie was here an hour and a half, bomber, early.
Yeah, I've got a score update thanks to Green Play Australia. It's now LA Comets 2, Blue Eagles 1.
How are those Italians going? I think one of them scored 4 goals last week.
They've started I think he got a hat-trick, not 4.
Someone got 4 last week, I thought, for
He got
Eagles.
a hat-trick, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
They won 4 something, I think, was it, last week?
Don't know.
4-0, yeah. He got a hat-trick and somebody else scored.
Okay, round 7 action. It is all
Hamish McCabe, I just remembered.
It is all thanks to Velo Football Centre. Well, sorry, we're live from the Velo Football Centre. Round 7 is proudly presented by Green Play Australia, the world's best synthetic turf. Are we on the Green Play Australia turf tonight, Rob?
We are definitely
Fantastic.
We'll have a short break. We'll go to an RAA ad and we'll come back after these few messages. Thank you, Jimbo.
If I was on Mulgundawa Road, where would I be?
Murray Bridge.
Roxby Road?
Port Lincoln.
Tolna Road?
Mount Gambier or Compton.
How?
RAA Road Service Patrols no South Australian roads because we're South Australians. And there's more than 350 of us.
What about the road to Ship Creek?
There's no Ship Creek in South Australia. You get more. Buy or upgrade today.
Welcome back. Well done, Robert. Welcome back to the Velo Football Centre. It is round 7 action, all thanks to Green Play Australia.
Just heard that poor Power lost.
Oh, did they? Gee,
I don't know. The Tigers had about 10 players missing. Still couldn't beat them.
There have been big odds about them too.
It would have been.
Tigers, that is. So, looking at the table, Robbie, it is 4th v 7th. But as we said, that's only goal difference is separating 6 teams on 10 points prior to round 7 kicking off, which, of course, you know some results. So, the Raiders up in 4th because of their goal difference, and Olympic down in 7th because of their goal difference. But how do you see it going tonight, Rob?
Just before I get on to that, Neil Henderson should be a good one. He's tipped a 1-1 draw in tonight's clash. Good to see a few people watching the game tonight as well. We got Emmanuel Paez, Mark Talbot, Lou Rasciuto, Brooksies watching the game.
Lou Rasciuto? Hey?
Lou Rasciuto.
Oh.
Laurie Centofanti, Sandy Higgins and Luke Lowley so far watching on the Facebook page. Yeah, the clash tonight, Olympic against Raiders. We both like Olympic squad, don't we?
Absolutely.
I like the ladder at the back. I like Edinburgh at the front. Matty Halliday, that won our Man of the Match award. Gave me his 2 bottles of wine before the game started, so he was happy with that.
Are we up to date with the wine?
Yes, and also gave Josh Murray, his wine that he won against South Adelaide in the Man of the Match award, and not forgetting Terence Carter winning our Man of the Match award. That game was Raiders against Adelaide City in that clash.
So is it fair to say we're up to date with everybody with our wine? Is that?
I think we need one more to pitch. I think
Pictionary?
Pictionary, yeah.
Okay. That shouldn't be too far away.
No. You probably come to my place and pick it up.
But in saying that too, the Raiders have got some firepower on their bench as well. And they've got the creator there at Visconti too that could wreak havoc. Has he really hit his strap since he's come across?
He's taken a while to get into the groove of it. He's been injured in a couple of games, I think. He looks fit. He looks pretty fit out there. So I think this game will suit him tonight. Beautiful conditions too.
Absolutely, very still. Terence Carter, of course.
And Paul Bulfo didn't play last week as well. He's the captain. He's back in the squad tonight.
Terence Carter, when we saw him at the Comets, Rob, sometimes a bit hot and cold. Has he hit his straps, and does he need some support up front as well?
Oh, definitely he's hit his straps. So don't know what happened last week. Bit of a hiccup for the Raiders. I mean, you got to have a bad one every now and then, but I think he's the one to watch tonight as well. If he gets going, if he scores early, watch out. He could get a hat-trick.
Because the last time we saw them, he scored a great, almost a goal of the year. Or cracker.
That's true.
The volley.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Coming up at half-time tonight here at the Velo Football Centre, we'll talk to some of the sponsors involved with the Adelaide Olympic Football Club. I believe that you may have missed some of that interview at the start, but a very good initiative, and I think you can see there on screen too, Stav Parizos there, the president here of the Adelaide Olympic Football Club, and his committee behind him. A very good initiative to get and give something back
Archie
to the...
Christakis was there. He's the vice president.
Yeah, and give something back to the sponsors and supporters of the club. We've got Aggie Simeone, of course.
There as well.
Big soccer man, and had a soccer show also on Coast FM. So a very good initiative from the Adelaide Olympic Football Club and Stav Parizos. As you can see the banner there of the sponsors in the background. We'll try and have a chat with a couple of those at half-time. But, moving to the 7 o'clock, I think the Monday to Friday 9 to 5 world has finished. I think it's a bit of a free-for-all in clubs now.
During winter though, Paul, when it's freezing conditions, I'm not sure.
What about a Sunday afternoon kick-off, Rob?
Yeah, Sundays. I like the traditional 3 o'clock.
I'm surprised you haven't got your jacket on yet either, by the way.
Yeah, I know. Well, when we're off air, I like to keep our logo on.
The sacrifices we make.
Which way do I move?
The sacrifices we make for looking good.
Yes. Ryan's got to keep his jacket off all night.
Has he got his ears on for a start?
He's got his hands up.
Are you with us, brother?
If you put my mic on, I'm definitely. I've heard everything you've said, boys.
Sorry, I didn't want to break into your social.
If the camera wants to come on me, you'll see I am doing everything.
Actually, he's losing more weight too, by the looks of it.
Logo.
He's looking good. The logo.
No, we don't want to see the social. That's not a good shot.
As you see, boys, I'm ready. I'm primed for a big game. I'm primed for a big game. I'm excited for this game. When I saw it last week, this is the game we're doing. I'm very, very excited. Olympic, Raiders, both on 10 points. Both had a little bit of a slip up in the last couple of weeks. But in saying that, though, that's football. It's a big, big, long season. And it's 2 exciting squads. Not just Olympic, but Raiders. They've both got 2 exciting squads with a lot of good depth off the bench and a lot of X-factor players on the pitch. And I think, with, like you said, Paul, it's a still night. This is going to be a great game of football. We know the history. There's not too much to read in the history, but the Raiders haven't beaten Olympic. In fact, Olympic of late have only met twice with the Raiders and have beaten them on both occasions. Do you see it going that way tonight, Ryan? This is a tough game. They've both had 2 losses. I don't think, I always say past results don't really determine the outcome on tonight's game because every game's different. I don't see it. I think Olympic are going to really bounce back after their defeat last week from Adelaide City. I heard and read reports that they didn't deserve such a heavy defeat. So in front of a big crowd, I think this is going to be an Olympics match. Okay, shall we go around the table because we are almost, although the players haven't made their way onto the pitch, but did the last game go a little bit OT?
No, I think not enough of a space because the game started at 5.
Of course.
By the time there's extra minutes and they go into half time, it was always going to be after 7 the game was going to start.
Okay, so let's go around the table.
It's 7 o'clock now, so it's not too far.
Ryan, we'll start with you. Adelaide Olympic and the Raiders.
Olympic Tough match, but I think Olympic are going to come with the goods.
Paul Bombardieri, our statistician.
I'm going to actually go for the Raiders tonight.
Mr. Peppercelli.
Any reason?
I just think they might.
Gut feeling.
Just got that gut feeling.
Mr. Peppercelli.
I'm going with Ryan. I think Olympic have got a good squad. They've got firepower. Ricardo da Silva, last time we saw him was the best that I've seen him play for quite a while. So he's the captain. He's got the flair. He knows how to take on players. Matty Halliday has given them strength at the back, along with Deleta, and we know how good Fustel Edibus is. I like that lineup. I think Olympic will win well.
I don't know about well, but I like tonight Raiders. I think will win. It won't be. I think it might only be a 2-1 result, but a very close game. But Raiders just to edge it for me, maybe because I've scored 13 goals thus far. But I think as long as Terence Carter is on tonight, then Raiders will be on. And I want to bounce back as well.
You got to remember though, Paulie, that out of those 13 goals, they had 7 against a very poor West Adelaide team that day. So if you take those 7s, they deserve those 7 goals, but I think it's a bit more of a tighter affair when it comes to the goals.
Gee, they weren't very poor tonight, weren't they, West Adelaide? Good result against Adelaide City.
Big result. Big result.
Big
and
result.
You know what? When a team plays like that, they deserve the result.
I think they listened to us last week. I think they listened to you, didn't they?
I've had a few people come up and said that was a
You're
good
a bit
old
harsh.
roasting. No, not harsh. A good old roasting, but a lot of honesty. So, and I only did. I only spoke honest, and it's just more that my opinion, and everybody's opinion may be wrong, and that's the beauty of football. That's what makes football, is everybody has opinions. It's never right or wrong, but that was my opinion, just basing on facts that were presented and in front of us.
Absolutely. So the players have made their way out onto the park here tonight, the Velo Football Centre.
I like this music.
Oh, we used to play this at the start of our talk about due to copyright infringement and all that sort of stuff. Obviously, we aren't allowed to play commercial tracks, but Adelaide Olympic tonight, sporting their all-blue outfit. Almost looks like the Italian national team, can I say, boys? And we've got the Raiders have gone from their red. Why wouldn't they wear red tonight, Ryan? Why wouldn't they wear their traditional red strip?
Yeah, I think they're trying to keep the home and away, maybe.
Still getting washed.
Yeah,
Still getting washed.
But yeah, probably just they're playing away and they wear their black for away.
So Raiders tonight sporting the all-black strip with black tops, black shorts, black socks, and it is Adelaide Olympic in the all-blue from top to bottom. Should be a tie. 1-2 of the commentators have gone for Raiders and 2 have gone for Olympic. Will they be separated? We'll find out very shortly. Bomber.
Just do some final score updates. It's thanks to Greenplay Australia. So we've got Croydon Kings 3-all against South Adelaide Panthers. 0-all between Para Hills versus Campbelltown City. LA Comets winning over LA Blue Eagles 2-1, and West Adelaide 3-0 winners over LA City.
And in the A-League, guys, it's still 0-0. Melbourne City, Adelaide United, deep into the extra time down there.
Is that just about finished?
Yeah.
0-0. That's a good result probably for both. It's very tight and...
Bit of a no result.
Sorry?
Bit of a no result, wasn't it?
Yeah, true.
You needed a result.
Oh, no, because Wellington lost last night, so they'll both, I think they'll jump because they were all on 37 or something like that. Anyway,
like that.
So we're just about in readiness here at the Velo Football Centre, and it'll be Olympic kicking to left of screen. No breeze to talk of out there, and the Adelaide Raiders will be kicking to right of screen in their all-black strip tonight, their away strip. Commentators Paul Pellizzari, Rob Peppercelli, statistician Paul Bombardieri, and on the boundary line we've got Ryan Marvecchio. So score updates thanks to Greenplay Australia, and they're looking after the time clock and the scoreboard as well.
I know for a fact that Olympic have signed Alexandru from West Adelaide, so I think he'll be playing in about a couple of weeks' time.
His dad wouldn't be too happy about that, surely.
I think it's a move. It's a good one for the lad. Just to be that separate, or not saying that it's no good, but I think to me personally, I think it's good for the lad.
Game underway, and already Raiders push back, and they go all the way back to their keeper. Kamara goes back to Munro. So Nicholas Munro now for the Raiders goes to the far side. It's Blafari, couldn't control it. Early nerves maybe. Both teams would want to win this one tonight. Edinburgh, good turn, but confronted, has another bite at the cherry. He's dispossessed. Yossiev back to Munro, and he clears to the far side.
Left side of the park it goes, looking for Carter. Good header there by Dalera. He's got the ball once again. He'll send it into attack, looking for Erba in the way though. Raiders defence.
Kamara.
In Kamara. As it goes out to Okello Phillips.
Good early touches for Erba.
Goes out. Raiders go all the way back. That was from Wolves. Keeper in Nicholas Munro does clear it. Bornendes in the squad this week. I was on the bench last week. Kamara got the Mamadi Kamara got the red card last week. As a throw-in is taken left side of the park behind that pole that we can't see the player throwing it.
I was waiting for that.
Right behind that pole. And it goes over the sideline once again. It'll be a throw-in. Raiders.
We get Ryan to commentate when it goes down that corner. Don't worry, camera boys, you're doing the right thing. One day we'll get the engineers sorted out.
Just to cut the pole all down.
How about you just move the scaffolding forward a bit, Rob?
That's all.
It's not rocket science, but anyway, first free kick of the night, going the way of Adelaide Olympic. So Raiders conceding the first foul of the evening. It's going to be McCready's to put it to the tip of the box. Played just on 2 minutes this first half, thanks to Green Play Australia. It's a low one, a dangerous one, not clear convincing. This claims of a corner by Dalera, but the referee wants nothing to do with it. That'll be a goal kick.
I like the Raiders logo that Jimbo did. Quite nice.
Yes, very nice.
Very
In fact,
nice.
a very nice scoreboard tonight. Everything looks
Hunky-dory.
centred, hunky-dory. Very good, Rob.
So goal kick. We're
I think
taking here.
I think we all go better at night for some unknown
I
reason.
don't know. I'm like a vampire, aren't I? I come out at night. As the kick's taken by Munro, looking for Carter. In the way though, defence of Olympic. They go into attack. Erba also there.
Fell after disposal. Well picked
Captain
up by the
Blafari.
referee. You might see this on the replay. Player upended there. You didn't go back far enough, but now who was that out there? De Silva, was it?
If Visconti gave the foul away, maybe on Espina, maybe.
Guy with a short haircut.
Short haircut.
Who is it?
Bomber's got short haircut.
Espina.
Espina.
Spina. He had long hair before last time we saw him, anyhow.
Espina. No, he
Did he?
hasn't, Rob. He's always had a
it must be
shaved head.
somebody else.
So Blafari clears the danger up to the halfway line. So it'll be another throw into Olympic. That's Spina on the far side. Sporting the, I could say, Paul Bomber haircut. Stav Parissos haircut. It's a very popular haircut. On the far side now, Olympic finding Dalera, lays it off. Penenda's the target. Ooh, gets the body in there. High foot, says the referee. And that's the first foul. Is that right, Bombers? I'm getting used to taking the fouls here. I don't like that. Bomber.
Yeah, so it's Olympic 1 to Raiders 2 in the foul count.
Thanks to Green Play Australia. Blafari with a kick.
So in the way, it's Josh Murray's got the ball. Goes short to Wolves. Back to Murray it goes. Been in good form as well, young Josh Murray. And that goes over the sideline for a throw-in. Be taken here by Jacob Butler-Bowden.
Great crowd here tonight at the Velo Football Centre. Beautiful Saturday night.
Throw-in will be taken. The back lines. In the way, Okello Phillip. Josh Murray was there. Also,
Well done.
Monaco. But it is Halliday clearing it. Goes to his captain, De Silva. Right-hand side to Espina.
Looking like Cannavaro.
Gets it short. Penenda's gets it into attack. Butler-Bowden's got a good touch. Oh, not quite. Finding De Silva. Now it's still De Silva with a shot, and just over the crossbar. Good attempt there by Captain De Silva. Hey-ho, De Silva.
Gee, first goal attempt, but what a rocket it was. Let's have a look at that on replay. Butler-Bowden played it central. Could have been better defending there, given up very cheaply. Thank you, says De Silva. And gee, just wide of the upright, keeping nowhere near it. And that was Yossiev there, was just spectator at that point. Munro now with a kick to the halfway line. Carter gets his head on it. Halliday will tidy up for Olympic. Butler-Bowden up the line, but turns it over. Raiders now in possession in their unfamiliar black strip. And Walls gets the ball. Monaco to Carter, couldn't control it. And trickles through to the keeper. And Nicholas Harpus releases to the far side, Deleta.
So Deleta, right-hand side to Espina. Goes into attack. Goes to Edba with a chance. Goes inside the box. Cuts it. Or try to cut it back.
If the
but he's won himself a corner kick.
Sorry,
yes.
Robbie, just want to cut in there. If the cameras want to zoom in onto Butler Bowden, number 2, he's looks like he got a bit of a severe corky there. He's put his hand up and saying he's all right, but just keep an eye on him the next couple of minutes.
There he is at the tip of the box on your screen, left-hand side. Yep, he's indicating to the bench.
Number 2.
Yep.
If you want to.
Just bending, yep, leaning over there in the blue. Yep. Is he going to wait for the corner? Yeah, that's his night done by the looks of it. Looks like he's going to wait for the corner though. De Silva at the far side to take the corner.
It might be a serious corky. He did get in the tackle there with Wallace.
Near post, headed on and just wide, or very wide to Adeba, who skies it back into the box. Penendez is there for Olympic, headed away by Monaco. Still not out of trouble now it is. Good defensive work by Kamara, but only as far as De Silva, who puts it back into the box. Keeper comes and takes.
It's been all Olympic, hasn't it?
It has, this early 7 minutes of the first half. Olympic 0, Raiders 0. That's on the Green Play Australia scoreboard. Time clock, 7 minutes gone.
Goes to Jackson Walls, all the way back to his keeper in Munro. Gets his kick to it, up in there it go, holds up. Maybe against a little bit of a breeze, is there?
No.
Yeah. Well, held up, didn't it, the ball? Goes to Josh Murray. Murray's got 2 players on his hammer. Oh, he did it cleverly. Murray with the ball, cuts it back. Brilliantly done there by Murray. Got past 2 players, right in between 2 players, and he's running himself the corner kick.
Have a look at the defending by Deleta as well, getting across there with a beautiful header, helping out his goalkeeper. First corner bomber to Raiders.
Yeah, it's one apiece for corners.
You took the words right out of my mouth there. Great ball work there by Murray, but absolutely brilliant defending there by Deleta.
So corner kick to the Raiders.
Meatloaf.
Who's Meatloaf?
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Left foot in swinger, Visconti. Very deep, and it's at the far post there. Who was lurking? It was Yosif maybe at the far post lurking. But
correct.
And it'll be another corner.
Number 2 ball.
Number 2.
To the Raiders.
Green Play Australia.
And there they are on your screen. Right on cue, Bomber. Well done. Referee not happy with something in the box.
A little bit of push and shove there. Just your standard stuff from the keeper, trying to get into him.
Referee Eric Ford says Steely tonight.
We saw a foul penalty given away last week against Para Hills for this push and shove.
And this is where there's no consistency, Ryan. It was there last week,
Well,
but
the referee's going to have a word with someone.
Well, we touched on it last week. If they were all consistent across all rounds, all games, we'd have less.
What Van Dommel's doing on the keeper, you can't do that. You can't do that to a defender. Why can you do that to a keeper?
Whistle.
Yeah.
Give him a free kick.
Right foot in swing. It's a worm burner, and the referee's given the free kick.
Excellent.
Well done, Rob.
Excellent.
Did you say that?
Nostradamus.
And that's what you call good refereeing.
Absolutely.
Because you can't do that on a player. Why can you do that on a goalkeeper?
This is what we like to see. Consistency. So another free kick conceded.
So it's Olympic with the right-hand side of the park. Deleta looking backwards. Goes to play there for Olympic. Thomas Brown. First game that we've seen him play. It goes out to Erba in the way, though. It's Kamara. As it goes out for a throw. Quickly taking throw in. Goes to Pornandez. Goes short. Looking for the play there in Johnny Karatzas. Right-hand side of the park. Captain De Silva's there. And that ball's gone over the sideline on the far side. Be a throw in to the Raiders. In the back line. They're on the left-hand side. Trying to go inboard. And Bessigo Youssef was there.
Rob,
gone over the sideline once again.
I hang on every word you say. Did you not say earlier on there's 2 Nicholas Harpers here tonight?
No.
Oh, I thought you did.
No, I said the Campbelltown keepers are Nicholas Harpers. There's another Nicholas Harpers in goals.
So Olympic get the ball. They centre the ball. Butler Bowden's still on the park, funnily enough. At Raiders. Oh, not a very good clearance. Okello Phillip came to help out. Chip forward by Blafari. Intercepted by Halliday. 50-50. Raiders should come away with it. Kamara to the far side. Left hand attacking now. A long searching ball forward. Asking a lot of Carter. Gee, he got there in the end. And the keeper had to come. Munro in the end. Sorry, Rob, I thought you said we had 2 here tonight.
No, that's fine. That pass was from Van Dommel on that left-hand side. Anyhow, it's Olympic with the ball.
There's 3 in circulation, though, in this league, isn't there?
Yeah. 2 goalkeepers and 1 player. That goes over the sideline. It will be a throw-in. Taken here by Raiders. Right-hand side, Wolves will take it. Trying to go short, does so to Maury. Back to Wolves it goes. He goes inboard. Yusuf. Wolves. Well done. Maury goes down. Over the ball also there was for Olympic in Karatzis. And players giving away a free kick. Free kick to Raiders. Visconti going down. So they'll take the free kick. Just over 11 minutes played. And the Green Play Australia time clock. Scoreboard is 0-0 as they chip it into the attack. And over the goal line it goes for a goal kick.
So wasted opportunity there by the Raiders. No one running onto that ball. Olympic will come away with it. In fact, they go back to their keeper. Start the rebuild from defence. Butler Bowden under pressure. Good steal in the end. By Walls, plays it inboard to Maury. Maury wants him to move, but he doesn't. So Maury will go himself, tip of the box. Beat a couple last time, a bit harder this time. Runs out of line, and that'll be a goal kick to Adelaide Olympic. Feisty start by both teams. Olympic had the better of the first 7-8 minutes, but Raiders have come back into it a little bit and look dangerous on the counter. Spina inboard. Gee, not good control by McCready's. Leaves it now for Maury. Thought about it from distance. Kello Phillips. Tip of the box. Too many blue shirts in front of him. Gets pushed back. Yossieff now tries through the eye of a needle. Monaco thought about the volley. Goes the second time. Goal attempt wasted. And that's off target.
Corner.
Has won a corner, yes. So Raiders asking a few questions of Olympic now. How are you going on that Facebook there, Rob?
Well, good. There's a few people watching the game.
I would hope so.
Claridge, Mohammed Samora are all watching. Alex Irotokritu is watching.
So Raiders now with the corner kick far side. Right foot in swinger. Very central, very dangerous. Headed away by Halliday. De Silva gets his head on it. Edbert, hard to control. 3 to beat. Wins a free. So Raiders concede another foul. How many we got there, Bomber?
That's Raiders 4 fouls to Olympic 2. Thanks to Green Play Australia.
As the Raiders push forward. What a great ball. Spina on the far side should do the tidying up for Olympic. Plays it up the line, but Blafari will tidy up for Raiders.
Captain Blafari goes inboard. Okello Phillip over the halfway line he goes. Right hand side to Walls. Walls might have to go backwards, does so. Back to his captain and Blafari. He goes left hand side to Van Dommel. Van Dommel looking for Monaco. Monaco trying to control it. Also there was Delera. And almost got crunched.
Gee, I think
Van Dommel came worse off there.
That's exactly right. Let's have a look at this on replay. That's a crunching challenge. But it was Van Dommel, as you said. He's come in at 1,000,000 miles an hour, and he's the one who's come off second best.
And that's what always happens with Deleta. I don't ever see Deleta come off second best. He is a true hardened defender. I love watching him defend, and that's what happens. Van Dommel's a big boy too. He's come in, and Deleta's protected his body.
Here we go again on replay. Deleta, excellent defending. Gee, that would have... Geez, he just gets up as if nothing's happened.
That score update in the Adelaide United Melbourne City ended up being a 0-0 draw in that game. And that's thanks to Green Play Australia.
Monaco asking, why was that a foul? So everyone's all right after that collision, and it'll be a throw-in to Olympic on the far side. Spino to take it on the halfway line.
So right-hand side Olympic goes down the line. De Silva, Hi-Hole De Silva, Captain De Silva, gives it to Pornendes. He finds Jacob Butler Bowden. Halliday Goes through a gap, but Okello Phillip is there. Chips it in towards Carter. Carter's been held quite well.
It's given away.
He's put his hand on his shoulder.
Too isolated for me. Needs someone around him to help him out a little bit. He's always got 2 blue shirts around him.
Halliday will take this free kick, switch it towards the right-hand side. Goes out to Delera. Goes short. Espina. Again, Delera might look backwards or sideways. Does go backwards to his keeper, Nicholas Harpers. There's been too many games he's played in goals in the first team, Harpers. Good to see a youngster there as they go into attack through Brown. Looking for Pornendes. Can he get there? Wolves gets there. Over the sideline it goes. For a throw-in to Raiders.
Is he related to the other Nicholas Harpers goalkeeper?
I think they are all related.
Have to be.
Cousins. And
So ball in dispute. Olympic do come away with it, or do they? They give it away. Monaco's a 50-50 with Deleta. And the referee's seen a foul by Olympic.
Yeah, McCready's hand on the shoulder.
Okay, well spotted by Ryan Marveggio, our boundary rider. So Butler Bowden seems to have recovered. High hold to Silva. Punendes. It wasn't De Silva before, that was Karatzis. Sorry about that. There's De Silva now with the ball. Espina wide, that's the way it goes. Espina to get this into the hot spot. Who's there to meet it? No one in particular. And it evades all players. Just needed a toe poke on that.
Especially Punendes there. He's in some goal scoring form. He's mistimed that. That was an easy tap in. A great ball there by De Silva.
even Karatzis was there too, wasn't he?
Yeah, Karatzis coming
There
in
you go
late
on the
back
replay.
post.
Penendes just missing it. Karatzis just not that hard
Far
attack
as
on the
well,
ball,
yeah.
So still 0-0 on the Green Play Australia scoreboard. On the Green Play Australia time clock, 17 and a half minutes gone.
So goes out to Blafari, goes into attack over the halfway line. It goes. He finds Maury. Maury loves it when he's got the ball. Carter's got it. Goes one way, then the other. You can switch play or go short. Goes out to Visconti. He goes left side of the park. Van Dommel loves to run with it, but good tackle there. I think it was Espina. Van Dommel comes back, almost wins the ball back. But Olympic have got it, right-hand side of the park. Going for a bit of a run. Is that Macretus? Try to go 1-2. Loses out though, and away go Raiders on the left-hand side.
Sure was Macretus. Anako into Yossiev. Raiders in possession of the ball, wearing their black strip tonight. Inboard. Okello. Oh no, was that Okello Phillip? Yep. Wearing the 99. Carter. What are they? No. It's Kamara at the back. Conceded the throw. Wins the throw, I should say. So Raiders with a throw in. Grandstand side. Deep in their defensive half. Still 0-0. Good even battle so far. Check out the goal attempts shortly with Bomber as Murray goes backwards. He receives again. Still Raiders in possession. Could have been a foul is. So Olympic. Is it third foul of the night, Bomber?
That's 4 fouls for Olympic compared to the Raiders 5. Thanks to Green Play Australia.
Paulie Covino on the Facebook page. Come on, Corazia. He's from Toronto, Canada. All the way from Toronto, Canada. Chantel Ross Halliday, go Olympic. Must be related to Maddie Halliday somehow.
So long searching ball forward. Espina gets his head on it. All in the middle of the park. De Silva did well to control and beat 2 to boot. Goes wide to Espina, halfway line. Silva offered the run. Penendes deep. Switch of play. Butler Bowden. Good control by Olympic. Plays it back. Halliday chips it forward. Penendes lucky on the second, but Yossiev plays it short to Blafari. Murray under pressure, turned over. Good 1-2. Here's a chance for Olympic. Beautiful ball movement. Just didn't come off in the end. Halliday up there in nosebleed section.
So Munro sends that left-hand side of the back to Van Dommel. Looks backwards. Goes back to his captain in Blafari. He'll go long and strong and straight to Harpers.
I was asking a lot. Bomber?
Yeah, just saying that our viewer from Toronto, Canada, it's 6 o'clock in the morning there.
How do you know that?
Looked on his phone.
Oh, yeah, very smart.
I tell you,
I thought you worked it out in your head.
The team is switched on tonight. Look here.
Thomas Brown, right-hand side to Delera. Delera goes into attack. They're going too long, Don't you think, Ryan? Not looking for the body.
Olympic?
Both teams, yeah.
Yeah, Raiders started getting on top probably around the 10th minute mark to the round, early on in that part of the first half. Olympic sort of worked their way back in, but yeah, when teams are playing through the midfield, that's usually the team that's on top. Both teams are now just playing these long balls, and they're not really for any purpose.
We've got the flags blowing a bit up here in the.
Told you it was breezy.
It's a little bit breezy.
Yeah.
It's going across. It's going left to right on screen.
It's definitely still at the start of this.
Yes, I thought the ball was holding up.
So left to right, favouring the Raiders, in other words. And the Raiders have the throw in deep in their defensive half.
No, I think the Raiders.
Go
It's
on.
favouring the Olympic, isn't it? The breeze.
Or if it's left to right.
Left to right on the. Yeah, right. Sorry.
It's favouring Raiders.
Raiders, yeah.
And that's one for the camera boys from Adelaide. Don't worry, I was at Foodland the other day and I couldn't get my left and right. I said to the lady, on your left. I said, on your right. And she was right. And I said, no, you're right. And it was like she was wrong. Are you following all that? Because I've just confused myself as well.
I'm confused.
Yeah, we're confused.
Anyway, I got it wrong at Foodland and the lady serving me got it right. Thought you boys might have liked that.
Yeah.
Was that a dad joke?
It might have been.
Ooh. I'm not a dad.
An older statesman joke.
Yeah.
Like he didn't say pensioner joke.
Over the
I would have turned his mic off.
over the hill joke.
Rob, don't
If I said over, look who's behind me. There's a lot of them. I might be stabbed in the back if I said something like that.
There's a lot of beer behind you.
Yeah, exactly right.
I'll
I've got to
be
be
wearing
careful
it.
with my words.
So now go Rob.
The Olympic Espina has got it. Right hand side of the park goes to his captain in De Silva. Looks for support. Gets it from Deleda to Brown. Goes back to De Silva. Right hand side of the park. Certainly been in good form. Try to get past a couple there. Monaco works hard.
Well done.
Fernandez works hard. He's got the ball. Chance for Olympic. Try to go short. Went behind De Silva. It's clearly by Raiders. I think as far as Macretas. He gets it back into towards the penalty box. But again, Raiders clearing it. Can't get it too far though. Bobbling up a few places. De Silva once again. Goes short.
Karatzis, I think.
Karatzis,
yeah.
yep, sorry.
Silver's got the white boots.
Yep. Okay. As it goes across the face.
They're testing him, aren't they?
Of the field. Monaco. Fernandez is there as well. Visconti goes backwards towards Blafari.
Blafari now for the Raiders from their defensive half. Short. Kamara up the line. Kello Phillip. Big ass there. Lost out in numbers. Halliday now for Olympic. On the halfway line up the line looking for Erba. But good work by Kamara.
Oh, smart. Clever play.
Is it to Walls? Walls looks up, chips it forward. He's got two this time. That's better numbers, but the letter. Gee, gets nudged out of it by Maury. He's gone down. We'll keep an eye on this.
His knee. He's grabbed his knee straight away.
There was not malicious, but it was there. We'll see if we can bring it up on replay.
It wasn't anything, boys. He just got caught.
Let's have a look at this. He might have just fallen, just off balance. And that little nudge by Maury, putting him off balance, has obviously made him fall awkwardly.
Stretcher's coming.
Not good news for Olympic.
Gee. Was it? Why was it stopped? Was it a free kick?
Oh, yeah, well, the referee deemed it to be a free kick thereafter. Let's have a look at it on replay.
There was a
again.
hand.
It was just a little nudge by Maury, but you've seen him not given. But
Go back to the replay now.
Here we go. Just watching there. The letter coming across, all good. They're just a little arm. You know, you probably wouldn't give a free kick only because the player went
Had a
down.
chance to score there.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what Josh Murray went to the referee and he said, "What was that for? Why did you stop the play? I'm on goal." So unless he's calling it for a free kick, he shouldn't have stopped play.
Well,
there.
I think he has, because you can't just stop play because the player's
right.
injured. Back again on the replay. This is a bit closer vision. Just a little. Gee, that wouldn't have been a free kick, but the linesman maybe felt obliged to give something, which, boys, do we all agree that shouldn't have been a free kick?
No.
It was just a little touch, put him off balance, and because the letter's in agony.
On the Facebook page, Alex Kazmidis, Nelly Carley, Cohen Morris watching the game. Costi Theopoulos.
Theopoulos.
Theopoulos, sorry. Costi. saying best commentators in the world.
Oh, please. We'll take that, though.
And his next comment was, hopefully you get hired to commentate in the EPL.
Oh.
Come, Costy. Is that somebody you know?
I was going to say, I think he's a relation of yours.
Not with the Theopoulos.
I think maybe Costy's had one too many Uzos.
Can I do
just going over there, boys? They're saying that it's fine. He felt something instantly, but he's feeling everything's all right now. So
you think he'll continue?
That's what he was just saying. He's up. He might just run it off. He said he felt some pain instantly. But now he's feeling fine, and he had a little laugh with Falstor. So I'm not sure what he felt. He went down in agony. I thought that was gone. I thought he had finished the season over. The way he was, you could see his face, and they were calling him.
Didn't look good.
Straight away. Yeah,
spot on.
So you'll see how he goes, because with a knee it can be just now a bit of adrenaline. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see the next 5 minutes.
Bomber, you're about to say?
I was going to do some stats, but I think now play is about to continue.
Anyhow, it is. He's recovered, so it was a free kick.
It's just in front of us, boys.
Okay, he's running it off. I think it's a bit dangerous for him to keep playing. Knees are very delicate.
Well, he'd be the best judge, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I know, but you don't want to damage it further.
True.
As Okello Philip, or that was Kamara, goes to Visconti, but the Ponenda's playing well. In the mix, goes to Macreadis, back to Fernandez, Brown, Macreadis, playing keepies off at the moment.
Olympic down
with the
10.
ball, pushing it around. They go into attack, looking for Erba in the way, Kamara, and that goes over the sideline for a throw-in to Olympic.
Foul count, Bomber?
The foul count, it's Olympic 4 to Raiders 5, thanks to Green Play Australia.
So Olympic in possession of the ball. Espina has it. No, it's De Silva. Nudged off it by Visconti, which releases Monaco. Monaco tried a through ball to Murray, didn't come off. Brown doing the tidying up. Finds Erba. Erba gets back to Brown in support. Butler Bowden wasn't too sure he was going to get that next. He's going to get it now. And doing good was Walls. And the referee, they have gone to the subs bench.
Yeah, he's off the ladder. He's walking to the bench now. He's walking to the change rooms.
So
it doesn't look like it's too serious. I just think maybe now it's a little bit of precaution. And not only that, a player's got to be, in a game like this, you've got to be fully fit. And that's a good substitution to bring on with Vlasis. So Vlasis has now moved into the holding midfield position. And Macreadis, who we've seen play a couple of weeks ago in this centre-back position across the back three.
Well picked up by you too, Rob. You called it not to play with knees.
Yeah, no. If you felt something, get off. As it goes out to Brown, try to send it to the right-hand side. It's Spina is there. Goes back to Brown. I like this Brown. He's got a bit of coolness about him.
Good balance, yeah.
De Silva. Trying to get play. So a few players. Eli Vlatsis. But it's the Raiders coming away. Walls. He's had a few touches. Goes back to his keeper, Munro. Nicholas Munro gets it into attack. Neatly headed there. Raiders trying to go through there in the way.
Offside.
It was
that was offside. That was offside.
Well, he's got to touch it before they put the flag up.
Right.
Did the flag up, right?
No, the flag wasn't up, but they got to touch it before the flag gets raised, which I still don't understand that decision, that rule, but that's the rule.
He was chasing it, so the flag should have gone up immediately when he became live.
That's what I thought as well.
He has to touch it.
Yeah, that's wrong.
He could stop if somebody else come and take his spot.
But that's Butler Bowden goes down. No one near him, so that'll be a throw-in to the Raiders. We've played half an hour in this first half and a very fast-paced half.
So Butler Bowden wouldn't be feeling too well as well. He's a little bit of a corker, but it seems like he's run it off. So they are a little bit Olympic.
Oh, that's two gems tonight, Mr. Peppicelli, as Murray gives chase. High foot, maybe, possibly. By Macready's, should have been, yeah. So on the Green Play Australia time clock, half an hour played. Green Play Australia scoreboard 0-0.
Fernandez try to go short to De Silva's come unstuck. Kamara goes to Van Dommel. Goes all the way back to his keeper in Munro. He switches play. To Walls. To Blafari. Did they go again?
That's onside.
They know how to get the good control there by Murray. Geez, a classy player. Tries to get past the player, but can't keep it in, though.
He's got good breeding, hasn't he, Rob?
He has. I reckon he's more skillful than his dad.
Ooh,
No, he's definitely got...
he's got more skill,
bit more
but
skill.
Murray's quick.
But the thing with Damien, though, he knew where the goals were.
Yeah.
That's right.
And he was super quick.
You're trying to backtrack on that comment,
Damien
Rob?
was super quick and super strong.
Yes. Ryan agrees with me. Thanks, Ryan.
No, I totally agree. But Damien would say himself, Josh is a bit more of a technical player, hence why he's playing on the wing.
So now it's Olympic in with a charge, but cut out by Kamara, finds Maury again. Maury to Kello Phillip. They combine these two, just played it behind him, so Halliday said thank you very much. He's hit a brick. Walls, who plays it to Kello Phillip. Back to Walls. Inboard Visconti, the architect. Oh, under pressure was Kamara, back to his keeper. Bobbling ball. It is cleared by Munro in the end. Turns it over to Halliday.
So Halliday goes backwards. McCready's just got rid of it. Terence Cutters is like a bull chasing anybody.
Like
with
a
the ball.
greyhound scene that we're at Angle Park.
Oh,
right?
yeah, true. It's like he's chasing a red ball. He's on the right-hand side. Goes out. Brown. De Silva. Not a good ball. It's been reading it well. Raiders with the ball through Yusuf. Cutting it out though, Macretus. Espina. Karatzis. Here they go. 1-2 De Silva. Trying to go back to Espina. Not a good ball.
Yeah,
Easily cut out there by Kamar. Goes to Ukello Phillip. Here they go. They go long towards these two players.
Jeez.
You notice they're going along looking for these Carter or Josh Murray, aren't they?
They've got to be careful,
And
though.
they're quick, aren't they? Those
Yeah,
two
I reckon
players?
Carter was just offside there on that occasion. Kello Phillip from Walls to Maury. Butler Bowden in front of him and around him, and they can see the throw-in, so it'll be a throw-in to Raiders. Attacking half, Walls to take it. Grandstand side, still 0-0 on the Green Play Australia scoreboard. Butler Bowden wants to see it over the line, harassed by Walls, and eventually the line wins out. It'll be a throw into Olympic deep in their defensive half.
Ethan Murray on the Facebook page. I think Raiders will win 2-1.
There you go.
Everyone's predicting. Nothing's happened though.
Well, it's split here between the commentary team. 2 apiece. 2 Raiders, 2 Olympic. No draw.
No.
Very cagey at the moment. Both teams aren't playing their usual consistent fluid football. They're very cagey, don't want to make too many mistakes, want to clear it straight away, very quick with their getting the ball out. It looks like two teams that are vying for points.
So it's Raiders with the ball. Terence Carter has to go back to get the ball. He's going even further back now. He's turned around. Now he's using his pace. Goes short to Van Dommel. Van Dommel looking to go inside. He does go inside to Okello Phillip. Good ball.
Not good.
Not
first
well
touch.
controlled though. He's giving away a free kick. And a free kick will go to Olympic on the Facebook page once again. Kosti Theopoulos.
Theopoulos.
Oh, Theopoulos, sorry, mate. Watching from Papua New Guinea. That's where he is, yeah, mate.
Fantastic.
Keep up the good work, lads.
So Adba now with the ball for Olympic deep in their attacking half. Gee, sold him short, and Okello Phillip said thank you very much. So Raiders to defend now. Olympic into attack. De Silva, beautiful ball control near the byline. Keeps it in. 2 black shirts to beat. And De Silva, beautifully done. Although the turnover did eventuate, and Visconti comes away with it to Monaco.
Monaco with the ball, trying to get it. Well done. Espina wins it. Wins the hard ball. Here they go again. Goes to Poinendas. Short to Eli Vlatsis. Vlatsis switches play. Butler Bowden controls. It goes inboard. Nice ball to Poinendas. Got a couple of players to beat.
Oh, well done.
Got past those 2 players. There's been some good skill in this game. Edba hasn't really done a lot. Now he gets it on the right-hand side. Deep into attack they go. Goes back.
Woof.
Keeper has to palm it over the crossbar. And that's out
a
for
save,
a
Bomber.
corner kick.
It's a goal attempt, and
How many corner kicks is that, Bomber?
So that's for the Olympic. That's 2 corner kicks to Olympic to the Raiders 3. Thanks to
Green Play Australia.
Just quickly, you're saying Erba hasn't been in the game much tonight, Robbie. Some of the service being provided to him, it's been a bit hard for him to get into the game.
From the corner kick, very central. Free header by
save.
Butler Bowden.
What a save.
That was on target, and that's another save by the Raiders
pure
keeper.
reflex, wasn't it?
Watch this on replay. Well floated, back post, unmarked. Butler Bowden, free header, had to be saved. How come that's what's going on there? How's that a goal kick? Did they come off the post? Let's have a look on the replay.
Oh, it came off.
Yeah, gotcha.
That was a great save there by Munro. Got down quick and really palmed that away. Could have easily palmed that back into danger, but palmed that away.
So Adelaide Olympic with 2 goal attempts on target, 1 off target. Thanks to Green Play Australia.
Carter, funny looking flick, went straight to McCreedith.
Well, the back heel was a good thought, looking for Murray. Didn't come off.
As it goes right, Olympic pushing it around quite neatly. Eli Vlatsis luckily ended up with the Hayol De Silva. Goes right hand side. It's Spina. Goes with a volley. Cross,
Well
good
done.
say.
First time, though.
And he tries to keep it in.
Gee, I like the look of this as Spina.
Yeah, he was good last time.
Blimey.
He's a goer.
I want to ask you, why did he try and keep that in? It came off the Raiders' defender.
Well, momentum.
Oh, did it? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know why.
Realise.
That came. Kamara cleared that. I don't know why he tried to keep that in.
I don't know, he's trying to get it back into attack, but the throw-in is taken, goes to Yusuf. Geez, they've lost out. Here comes Olympic. Olympic gets a cutback. It's gone over the goal line, it is.
Karatzis.
So it'll be a goal kick.
Karatzis just ran out of line in the end. But I think if he centred that, I don't know if there were too many.
There was no one. There was no one into the box. Everybody was a little bit too late running into that, making their runs into the box.
How effective is your light, Rob?
For me, it's good.
Sure.
You jealous?
No, it looks pretty dark on your.
Oh, if I turn it off, it's worse. Huh?
Not really. It looks almost better. 2-cent thing. So ball back in the middle of the park. Okello Phillip. Visconti under pressure. Van Dommel wide now for the Raiders. Still no goals to speak of, but plenty of action. Penendez and Van Dommel go at it. Van Dommel the winner. Throw in Raiders, far side of the ground. Monaco back to Van Dommel. Chips it forward for Carter. Defending is McCreadie's. Comes out to Moru, shoots from distance, and look out Koalas. That's gone high, wide, and not too handsome.
And in someone's backyard, and won't see that ball again.
There's no backyard there, mate.
And there'll be people. If I was a kid, I'd be waiting
in the
there.
car park.
If I was a kid, I'd be waiting in the car park just for the balls.
Was that their first goal attempt, Bomber, Raiders?
They had 3 shots, 3 off target.
Nick Trulio on the Facebook page once again. Raiders, he's predicting 3-1. So everyone's predicting.
But they're going the Raiders. A lot of the Facebookers are going the Raiders, if you've noticed.
Despite the odds too.
That's right. They've got juicy 325 or 345. Maybe even 365 as Yosiev gets his head on it.
Well, Tab Bet today didn't have, at the tab, had no odds.
Gutless. So now, that's the odds I'm talking about, not the play. There's Monaco under pressure from De Silva. Good steal by De Silva for Olympic. Goes on a bit of a charge. De Silva. She tried to throw ball to Ed, but gets there fortuitously. Still with Olympic. Spina now. Wide. Gets the ball into the hot spot. Who's there to meet it? Here's a chance, and that's a shot on goal. And charged away by Walls.
Great defending there by Walls.
Butler Bowden, absolutely it was going in. Watch this on replay. Butler Bowden unmarked again, and a very timely intercept there by Walls. So Olympic, another goal attempt on target, and that was a block shot, which we don't have a stat for. We'll have one on the new, on yours, Bomber. No?
No.
It wasn't a save, it was a block. So should we put it as a save?
It was a brick wall, Jimbo says.
Certainly, and into the arms of
ball.
the keeper, Munro. It was a brick walls. I thought we were leaving the comedy to Rob.
That was a great. You chucked that pun out before, and I didn't mention it. I thought I'd let that one go.
That was Paul. Yeah.
No, Paul did it before, and I thought it was a good call, and he's done it again. So I've got to give him a compliment.
Well, Jimbo's recycling old material. How can you give him a compliment?
No, that was you. That was brick walls.
Stuart,
That
he
was at
did.
the
He did
start.
say that before.
But I think Jimbo came up
With it. As it goes to Matt Halliday, they go into attack. Not a good ball.
That
Straight to Blafari.
was
Watch
an
him go long.
earpiece.
Watch him go long. Oh, he's not this time. He's taking on a player. That was better. Goes. Oh, well, I like this Thomas Brown. He's got my point so far.
Oh, easy.
Robbie, it's the 40th minute.
No, he looks like a good player. Look at him.
It's Olympic on the charge.
Reminds me of
Karatzis
me.
Is that free kick? Olympic, that's number what, Bomber?
Number 5 for the Olympic fouls committed.
Eric Forster-Stilly so far doing a good job.
Absolutely.
Good referee.
Absolutely.
Let the game flow. He's pulled up some free kicks.
I make it 6 fouls, Bomber, for Olympic have conceded. Yeah.
So Blafari, captain, switches it towards Van Dommel, left-hand side of the park, looking for support, goes to Monaco. Monaco looks up, gets a trot past there, looking for Murray. In the way, though, it's Halliday, only as far as Wolves. He goes inboard. Visconti's been quiet. Visconti does a trick. Did that go through his legs?
Twinkle toes of Visconti.
Yeah, as it goes, a big long cross there, looking for Murray. Controls it. Might use Wolves, does so. Not a good pass, but well done there by Wolves. It's in. No, it's not.
Carter just missed.
Just missing the upright there.
In fact, the referee says a corner, yeah.
So it must have come off the keeper or defender.
So that was on target and another block.
Good work there by Murray once again.
Gee, good vision and good awareness by Murray just to know that he had Walls. Was it Walls on the overlapping run?
Correct.
Yes.
Oh, just
Good
great
crossfield by
awareness.
Wolves,
Yeah, going to say that, Robbie. Beautiful ball in the box there by Wolves. Low, hard, making the defence work.
So corner kick taken close there with Harpers. Clearing it is Butler Bowden. Goes out to Ponendas. They've been under the hammer at the moment, Olympic. Under pressure. Well done, Macreda's got it out to Karatzis. Goes one way, then the other. There's a lot of good skills in this game. Players don't mind taking each other on. It's Eli Vlatzis. Goes short. Butler Bowden goes backwards to Halliday. He goes short. Ponendas. Right-hand side of the park. Goes to Brown. Right-hand side to Silva. Espina. And that goes over the sideline for a throw-in. So throw-in will be taken here by Raiders. It's been a good game so far. No goals scored at the moment, but I can sense them coming as it goes down the line. Back-headed there by Monaco. And again, it's De Silva. 2 players to beat.
Yeah,
Got
does.
past them. Good skills in this game.
Good ball.
Great
Ooh.
ball. Oh, looking for Erba, but well done there by Kamara. Ends up with Karatzis. Karatzis for Olympic. Great skills in this game. 1-2, almost a 1-2. Erba tries a shot. Now he tries again. This game is unbelievable at the moment as Raiders have got it, and away they go.
And it's Kello Phillip. Gee, Edward, 2 attempts in frustration there. And pretty lucky that he didn't connect maybe with the first. Kello Phillip now on to the other. But Bowden committed. It was in Halliday. Glasses.
Created, so just pushing it around Olympic. Ponendas switches play. It's been good, Butler Bowden. Got that little injury, a bit of a corky, but looks like he's run it off. As it goes back to Halliday. Goes inboard. Karatzis. Again, Butler Bowden. Eli Vlatzis might crack it from there. Cracks! Oh, almost spun it round.
Ooh, just a whisker past that near post.
It was spinning, but wasn't spinning enough.
I'm spinning around, says Kylie Minogue, but watch this on the replay. Vlasis from outside the box.
Oh,
Beautiful
look at
curl
that
on that,
bend.
but just not enough. That's a 3rd off target, 3 on target for Olympic Bomber. Is that 6 goal attempts you make it?
Yeah, I've got 6 goal attempts.
Beautiful. Thanks to
Almost
Green Play Australia.
Bent it like Beckham.
Bent it like Beckham, yes.
Almost.
Good combination work by
Centre. And they go in at 0-0. Great.
Boys,
first
I've just
half on
quickly
that.
got
Butler Bowden.
Jacob Butler-Bowden. First of all, how's the injury? You got a little corky? Run that off.
Yeah, in the first couple of minutes, took one to the corky, but no, I just run it off. See how
And first half, bit cagey both teams. You're both trying to test each other. You can both see both are on 10 points. You're trying to test each other, not give too much away. Is that what you expected in that first half, or did you expect better from yourselves?
Oh no, we knew they were going to come out strong, but yeah, both two good teams, both had chances, so hopefully let's go in, have a break, come out and get on top next.
And Georgie, what's he going to say at half time? What is he expecting? You expecting a bit more from you?
Yeah, I think to keep more possession, that's what we've been doing, and then trying to create chances when we can.
Get that corky sorted out. We'll see you in the second half. Good boy.
So it's Ryan Marveggio down on the boundary. Good first half, Ryan. I think both teams were.
They were
impressive.
cagey. They had their moments. Both teams had moments. Both teams were under the pump. I think it was a little bit cagey. I expected a little bit more. We've both seen very exciting football from both teams, a bit more fluidity within their football. But that's what you're going to get. Both teams are on 10 points. Both teams didn't want to give too much away. I think you're going to see a bit more of an open second half, though.
So, right, we'll go through these stats with Bomber.
Yes.
Proudly brought to you by Green Play Australia.
Yeah, and first half stats sees Olympic having 6 shots, 3 on target and 3 off target. They conceded 6 fouls, 3 corners and 2 saves, and made 2 saves. For the Raiders, they made 4 shots, 1 on target and 3 off target, and had 8 fouls, 4 corners and 4 saves. And those stats were brought to you by Green Play Australia.
Certainly a good first half here at the Velo Football Centre. It was a fantastic first half. I think Ryan's going to probably go in and have a chat with a few of the sponsors in this big gala day, well, gala night here at the Velo Football Centre. It's magnificent. Sponsors for Olympic all up here, having a few drinks, having a bit of a chat, and it's good to see that Olympic are doing a great job with all the beautiful food out there and having a great time. See if Ryan's got anybody at the moment. He's moving around, trying to have a chat. Sorry?
Or was it Paul?
I think Ryan's going out there. I'm not sure if Paul's there. Paul, are you going at the moment? No one's moving anywhere at the moment. But anyhow, this first half, Bomber, I thought it was a fantastic first half by both teams. I thought Olympics certainly opened up quite well in the first 10 to 15 minutes, but Raiders certainly came back strong.
Yeah, they have. Look, it's been a bit of a tussle between both Raiders and Olympic. And Raiders, I feel like they had a few shots more, but Olympic have came back late in the first half on the shots.
As you got in the stats there?
Yeah, so Raiders, look, it's 50-50, but I still think Raiders might end up winning still.
Yeah, I know who you are.
I know you know who I am.
So what Ryan's got, he's got up there. Ryan, did you want to have a chat with one of the sponsors?
Has he got his ears on as usual?
I don't know.
Got your ears on? Yeah.
You want to go have a chat with one of the sponsors?
I got Mr. Rick here from CSMI. Does some great footing work, I'm not going to lie.
Thank you.
How's business going anyway?
It's extremely busy. We're having a great time.
That's
The
it.
camera, it's looking right at you. See that man there? How's business going?
Yeah, very good. No, we're just keeping it very steady. We're maintaining what we're doing, looking after our clients, and yeah, it's very good.
Football side of things, you sponsor Adelaide Olympic. Why Adelaide Olympic? There's a lot of good clubs out there, but why Adelaide Olympic?
Well, I think it comes back to who you know in the industry, and I think it comes back to, I guess, the temperament of the team and what they, how they perform. We do enjoy the soccer, but at the end of the day, I think it comes back to the formula of the people that are working within the group here, and we're really enjoying it.
And at Adelaide Olympic, good club. I've played here before. Great people, Stavros, Archie. Do you get out much to watch these games?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I've been here a couple of times. Obviously, work takes up more of my time at the moment, but at the end of the day, I do try and get out here as much as I can, and to come and see the boys and to share the venue and to share the food and to share the drinks and enjoy the game. It's great.
For me personally, this is where football starts. These are the clubs where football starts. A lot of family, a lot of culture, and it's really good to be involved. Is that what keeps bringing you back to be involved? Is this sort of stuff, this camaraderie between clubs, the culture and all that sort of stuff?
I think it's what's bringing a lot of people together. So I think the words that you've just said are very true, but at the end of the day, I mean, what we've seen now in terms of Olympic, in terms of the way it is now in the industry, it's fantastic. I mean, they're just bringing so much together, the preparation, the organisation, the people that are working together, the teamwork in terms of these guys together are producing more, not just for the soccer, but also for family and for friends and sponsors. Yeah, it's great. And
for you in the future with work, how's work going in the next couple of years? You see the building industry growing and continuing, or it's still, tough out there?
I think it's going to be tough for a lot of industries, unfortunately, but I think those people that put their face forward, that stand by who they are, that build a good team in terms of their presence, in terms of what they've got to be able to offer their clients, such as what we're doing here with Olympic. At the end of the day, we're going to draw more people in. We're going to be able to maintain what we do, and we're going to be able to provide more for those people that want to stick with us.
Well, I'll let you be. I'll let you enjoy the food. I'll let you enjoy the drink. Don't tell Stav. I had a couple of sneaky sushis there. Oh, did you? Yeah, I had it. They were too tempting not to have. So enjoy the night. But as a football person, thank you for sponsoring clubs like these, because you guys with your money allow us to do what we do and what we love, and enjoying a great game of football.
Thank you very much.
Have a good night.
Ciao, brother.
So Ryan, down there, who have you got next?
I've got Mr. Il Barbieri that you will find on Grange Road, Mr. Luke. How are you going, buddy?
Very well, thank you.
You're looking nice and trim in the hair and that.
Not too bad.
How's Il Barbieri going?
Going very well.
I can see it's going very well, because Stavros' hair is looking absolutely perfect.
You know what? We can work miracles. He doesn't have much.
If you can work miracles, one of our men in there, Paul Pellizzaro, you might be able to see over there. You know Paul?
I know Paul well. I know his brother as well.
Now, if you can work miracles, can you work miracles with that?
I can make anything work.
Can you show some professionalism, Ryan, and ask him about his business?
Nah, how's business going? How's business going?
Very well. We've grown from myself. We've been going for 7 years. We now have five boys working full time. So yeah, we're going well.
Keeps you on your toes?
Always on my toes.
Yeah, the barber industry's really grown. It's really, when you first started, it was probably just not slow, but it was getting there. But now the barber industry, it's back like it used to be back in the 1950s, and that's what you sort of got within your four walls, that feel.
Oh, definitely. Since we've been going, it has gone gangbusters. There's probably a shop opening up every 2 to 3 months. I think what people don't see is the hard work you need to put in. And they think it's a rock star lifestyle, but you still got to work hard. So, but it's definitely grown, and it's really good because guys in general really like to look after themselves. So business is always booming.
Is it because the era we live in, that metrosexual type, that everybody wants to trim, nicely trimmed and all that sort of stuff? And what makes, you're saying every business opening up every couple of months, why is it making your business different? What's making your business grow?
We definitely are in a metrosexual world where guys, I think, spend more time in the mirror than the ladies do.
Yourself?
You can't make this. Growing rapidly.
You're a football man, I know you are. Very passionate Adelaide United supporter, I know you are as well. Western Strikers is a club for you as well. Why Adelaide Olympic? Is it because of Stavros, or is it because of the people involved at Adelaide Olympic?
Haven't been involved in soccer for probably 15 years, and over the last probably 2 or 3 years, Stavros is a very good friend of mine, and we've always sort of chatted, would you like to sponsor? And I thought this year was my year that I needed to give back to everyone who'd given me something. Stav's always helped me out at the shop and always supported my business and supported the boys, and I thought to myself, this year we need to make the business grow by giving back to the community and give back to the community that supported me when I was playing football.
And to see the crowd tonight just shows there's not even grassroots, the local level, the culture and all that. I think football in general in this country is craving this culture back. It's craving these clubs to do well. It's really needing that second division, because
Here, Tom.
one more question before I let you go. Does your mum still bring you your lunch every day?
No, she doesn't.
Every time I went to your shop to get a haircut, your mum came through with your plate of pasta for lunch. Is that still is that still happening?
No, it's not. No, unfortunately, my dad, he hasn't been mobile for the last probably 3 or 4 months. He just hurt his leg, and they're always at home, but I'll try and sneak over to their house like I did the other day. Mum made me frittata fresh. That was great.
That's why you're on Grange Road. It's just around the corner. Makes it easy.
Oh, it's unbelievable. I love it. And you know what? Everyone's like, oh, how's your dad going? Does he still bring you lunch? I'm like, no, he doesn't. Fucking, I gotta spend the money now. So Dad's like, oh, don't waste your money. I'll come and buy you lunch. Don't worry, it's all good.
Beautiful. I'll let you go. Thank you for sponsoring Adelaide Olympic, and thank you for giving us the opportunity to do what we do and do what we love.
Pleasure,
Have a good night and get back
much.
to that beautiful food down there.
Ciao, Bello.
Ciao.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Gee whiz, I got a bit personal there about Mum bringing lunch. You know him fairly well there, Ryan.
When I had a bit of a longer beard and longer hair, he used to trim it up for me and all that sort of stuff. Il Barbieri on Grange Road. He's a great man. You could sit in there for an hour and you forget that your hair's getting cut because you could just talk about anything and everything. He's a great man. As per Rick from CSMI, great businesses, great local businesses supporting great clubs like Adelaide Olympic and giving us an opportunity to do what we love. And when I used to get my hair cut, you always used to see his mum, hey Luke, how you going? Here's a plate of pasta. And you never see a smile wipe off his face like that. So
you played with Olympic as well?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did. I played at Adelaide City majority of my life, and before I went overseas, I had two of my probably most fondest memories here at Adelaide Olympic. We didn't have the best of teams. Not the best of teams. We didn't have the best of results at times, but it was the best change room, doesn't matter what level I had been in. We were at Ferryden Park, and Stavros was still here, Archie was here, everybody was still here, and it was probably my fondest and greatest memories playing football. We used to train well, we used to play well, get results at times, and then we used to all go out for dinner, and they were the memories that will stick in my mind forever. And that's why it's to see Adelaide Olympic do so well and where they are really brings a tear to my eye and makes me happy.
Okay, the players are back on the park, and Ryan, you're going to probably have to jump some fences now to get back out there. And it was a very even first half. Yes, it got fairly personal there with the sponsors, but it's what it's all about, the sponsors and the passion, and it's those sponsors that help this game grow. And hopefully they feel like they're getting something back as well, injecting into the club. They can see, there was a comment passed to me earlier on this evening that there seems to be more people coming to the local game. I think they're getting a little bit disenchanted with the A-League and the sterile atmosphere at the A-League and the lack of history and tradition with A-League clubs. So, as Ryan said, it's becoming a little bit sterile, the A-League, and this is where the grassroots passion.
What was the Olympic called before, Ryan?
Olympic.
Omonia?
Always had it. No. That's years and years ago. But
well, still.
Always been Adelaide Olympic.
Will they use Omonia when the traditional names come back?
No. I think they've built a club at Adelaide Olympic. They've built the name on that, and everybody knows Adelaide Olympic, and I think I'll leave it at that.
Okay, we're just about to get underway here for the second half at Velo Football Centre. Round 7 action, all thanks to Green Play Australia. And it's all even, 0-0, Olympic and the Raiders. And both on 10 points on the table. Will they be separated come another 45 minutes? We'll soon see as the game is underway. And it's Olympic in their all-blue strip, if you've just joined us, going to right of screen. And the Raiders in their away black strip, going to left of screen.
So it is Raiders turning beautifully. Carter sends it left-hand side to Monaco. Monaco can get the first-time cut back in the way, though. Defence of Olympic, only as far as Macredis. No, it's Van Dommel, sorry. In the way, though, it's Ponendes. He's played well, Ponendes. Goes to Butler Bowden. Halliday. Brown. Goes to Macredis, is it? Number 5?
Yep.
It is. Goes on that left-hand side. Back it goes from Halliday. Macredis once again. They're just pushing it around. Karatzis.
Any changes, Ryan?
Looking for support.
He's not there.
Butler Bowden goes into attack. Looking for Espina. Van Dommel doubles back. Keeper has to quickly get rid of it. Does so. Only as far as Macredis. Yosef. Been quiet tonight so far. Visconti's been a little bit quiet too. Monaco's been busy. Carter looking for support. And luckily goes to Maury. Maury with a chance. Puts it in the back of the net, and it is 1-0 to the Raiders. Josh Maury putting it into the back of the net on that right-hand side.
Beautifully taken goal. Good lead-up work too. We'll have a look at Terence Carter on the replay.
Carter, yeah.
He had to split it right to the other side.
It was luckily you got through, though.
Yeah, very lucky, but that's what you need in this game, a little bit of luck every now and then. And the Raiders find themselves 1-0 up. Maury still had a lot to do, angle against him, keeper goal coming for him, and a very well taken goal. And his dad's here tonight watching, Rob. Don't know if you heard your comment earlier on, but
I saw him in the men's room there.
Oh, is that right?
I said, how you going, Maury?
You mean Damien, don't you?
I always call him Maury.
Do you? So Raiders 1-0 up over Adelaide Olympic. Goal scorer Josh Maury.
He's going to be playing A-League. I don't know when, but he will be playing A-League. He's too much of a good player.
McCready's now for Olympic. Long searching ball forward out by the target. Good runner. Keep it to come. Got his head on it, Munro. Used his head, got his head on it. And Van Dommel clears. Only to the halfway line. It'll come back at him. Ponendes shields the ball nicely. 3 to beat in the end. And Visconti releases Maury again.
So Maury with the ball right-hand side. He's on fire at the moment, but his pass not a good one. Well done, the Olympic defence.
Vlasis.
Eli Vlasis sends it left-hand side of the park, looking for Erba. On his hammer there is Kamara. Doing a good job on him tonight. Erba not happy with something. Anyhow, it goes to Ponendes. Macredis. Right-hand side of the park. And they come back into this game. Espina to low one. Well cut out there by Yusuf. Goes to Visconti. Here they go once again. They love using Maury on that right-hand side. Controls. Looks up. Looking for support. Goes one way, then the other. Well done. Good comeback there by Halliday. Certainly knows how he plays, doesn't he? They've played together.
Former teammates.
With Adelaide City. Halliday will clear it this time. Looking for Hoyle de Silva. Try to control it, but it's come unstuck. Right-hand side of the park. They're going to attack. Walls cuts it back, trying to find Monaco. It's cleared, only as far as Okelo Phillip. But it's come unstuck, and Olympic come away with the ball.
Espina now, deep in his defensive half. Macready's in his defensive 18-yard box. Looks up, goes back to Espina, back to Macready's. He goes up the line. Edba the target, but wearing him like a glove was Blafari. Van Dommel, Yossieff to the middle of the park. Murray the target man, hot under pressure though. Ponendis, Olympic win out in numbers. They go to the far side. Butler Bowden now on the halfway line. Plays it up the line. Nice little touch there by De Silva, but no one on the same wavelength. A back pass, a tricky one, but dealt with by Munro in the end. Goes to the safety of the line. Still 0-0 on the Green Play Australia score. 1-0 to the Raiders on the Green Play Australia scoreboard. And we've played almost 5 minutes this second half on the Green Play Australia time clock.
So Olympic go all the way back to their keeper, Harpers. Goes short to Macreadis. Still going short. Eli Vlatsis, not a good pass. Straight to Van Dommel. Reads it well. Goes out to Carter. Carter loses out though. Macreadis again to Espina. Ponendis. Macreadis with a 1-2. Cleverly done. Now he chips it up. Trying to find Espina. Trying to get to Blafari.
Oof.
And Munro does clear it. Monaco's trying to get to it. Erba finds De Silva. Karatzis is there as well. De Silva looking for a bit of movement. Butler Bowden was providing it, but now he goes and switches play. Espina. Macreadis. Ponendis. Good touch to Vlatsis. Vlatsis tries to get the cross back. No. Blafari clears it in over the sideline for a throw-in.
We just saw there might have been a bit more talking there by Munro and Blafari, but nothing came of it. So Olympic now with a throw-in. Good pressure this by Olympic. Want a response. They're trailing 1-0. Ball's in the box to Silva. Van Dommel comes across to tidy up. Shields the ball. Wins the free.
He's a tough nut, isn't he? Good player too.
So watch this on replay. Van Dommel just leaning back into the play. How did he win the
using
free?
His body.
Hey? So Olympic, that's the first foul of the half, Bomber?
Yeah, first foul for first foul conceded by Olympic in the second half.
Thanks to Green Play Australia. 6.5 minutes gone on the Green Play Australia time clock. And on the Green Play Australia scoreboard, Olympic 0, Raiders 1.
You like my new stat sheet, Bomber?
Yeah, it looks good. Looks better.
Yeah. I'll take credit after. Butler Bowden.
Just giving you credit live on air, Rob.
Goes out, will be a throw-in. Takes another ball. Throws it down the line. Kello Phillip. Try to clear. No, luckily he got the ball back. Visconti. Looks right-hand side. Murray's got quick.
Courage.
Murray's got it. Cracker from there. Then you'll get man of the match, but didn't quite happen. And it goes over the sideline on the far side.
You already caught it early.
Yeah, that's
Rob.
right. He's changed his mind.
What?
You gave man of the match to, who was it in the first half? To Brown.
Yeah. Gave it to Thomas Brown after 10 minutes.
That's actually after 40 in fairness. But
Guys, give me a break.
Gee, Visconti's come more into this half, hasn't he? He's becoming the architect in the middle.
The go-to man.
The go-to man is Murray. He's
the go-to man's the man that pushes it around.
I thought Murray or Carter would have been the go-to man from the architect or the orchestrator in the middle. Anyway, it's 1-0 Raiders lead. Visconti couldn't control that one and has conceded the throw. So a throw in to Adelaide Olympic, deep in their defensive half. And they trail 1-0. They've responded well. Very fast-paced game. It's a very cool Saturday night. Ideal conditions. As Penendez copped one in the head, in the face. So the referee immediately stops the play. Head injury. Just a moment to take our breath. So Raiders through Josh Murray in the 47th minute of the game, putting the Raiders ahead. And just looking at those stats at half time.
Headache, Penendez.
Well, he's copped one in the head, in the face. Be all right. Quick concussion test. Throw in Raiders far side of the ground.
So Raiders with a throw in. That was Walls. Try to get it in the way though. It's Halliday. They go into attack. No one there though, only Blafari.
Chief got over him. Edinburgh was lurking.
Goes out. Yusuf. Looking for support. In the way Macretis. Espina for Olympic. Orange boot Espina. Back to Macretis. Cool calm Macretis. Gets it down. Looking for Karatzis, but it's come to Van Dommel. Visconti couldn't quite get it. It's gone over the sideline. It'll be a throw in.
Getting more involved though, Visconti.
Yep.
And Macretis' hair just about to come out of that bun.
Menendez is not looking good. He's
dazed?
Yeah, a little bit dazed. You can see it in his eyes and he's shaking his head a little bit.
So it's Carter now on the charge for the Raiders. Espina hot on his hammer, but it's Carter. Takes it to the byline, gets the cut back. Who's there to meet a chance for Monaco?
Ooh.
Just wide of the upright. Swirling all around if we watch that on the replay. Great run by...
Did an outswinger instead of an in-swinger.
Well, we're not going to see that on the... Yes, we will. Good run there by Carter. Then he did keep it in, centred it. Not dealt with by Halliday. And Monaco just wide of the upright. Could have made it 2.
Back to live play. Goes out to Eli Vlatzis. Looking for support. Goes short to Ponendis. Brown. Back to Ponendis it goes.
Still your man of the match, Rob?
Oh, he's cool though. Goes to Vlatzis.
Very promising play.
He can't get it because they're down 1-0. As it goes out.
Van Dommel had to deal with that.
Clears it. Goes to... He'll be close to man of the match, that guy. It's Maury.
He's already won 2 bottles, hasn't he?
Yeah, he can
have a nice party. He can have 4 bottles.
We could have a party together. Goes out on the far side. It will be a throw-in.
Bit of action down on the Olympic bench.
Throw-in quickly taken. Headed out. Maury again. Clears it. Up in the air it goes. In the way. Brown. Cool calm Brown.
Oh.
Got it to Macretis.
That's cool calm.
Espina.
Oh.
His lookalike. Just about got him.
Yes.
Boys, number 8 for Adelaide Olympic. Manny Katapodis is about to come on for Jim Karatzis, number 7.
Is that because his...
Johnny Karatzis, sorry.
Yep. Is it because his hair went down? He hasn't got it in a bun anymore?
This is the first time we've seen Katapodis this season on Match of the Round. And last year he was a very good player for them. Very, very good player. Very dynamic. Gives them something different. Very good worker.
Katapodis on.
I reckon it's Katapidis.
It's Katapidis. Yep. Katapidis, Manny Katapidis on for Johnny Karatzis.
Anyone on Facebook Live can tell us that one. That's his name.
Robbie, I'm just going by what you give me, my friend.
Yeah, I know. It's not your
Rob's
fault.
got it wrong as usual.
No.
So Olympic with a long searching ball forward into the box. Ponendi's there, gets his head on it. The overhead kick didn't come off. And the referee calls it a foul.
Do you give that a free kick? His foot's made but he's made contact with the ball.
Watch this on replay, boys. I think you'll find that the adjudication by the camera viewing is dangerous. Oh,
yeah, it's dangerous.
His head wasn't that close to it.
And he's made contact with the ball.
I think maybe Cecilia went a bit early with that one, but nevertheless, free kick to the Raiders. Second foul conceded by Olympic Bomber this half.
That is the second conceded by this half.
Thanks to Green Play Australia ball on the far side.
He's probably got 3 written. He's saying 2 because you're saying 2.
No, I've got 2.
I'm just saying.
I know what you're saying.
That's what I'll be doing if I was.
I'd like
goes to Olympic.
I'd like to
1-2 chance for Olympic. Cutting it back. It's a goal. No, it's not in.
Hit the post.
What happened to it? It's player's gone. That is a penalty, isn't it? Has to be.
No, it's double head collision. The referee calling on the
it a
trainers.
double head, does it?
We'll see. High foot in here. We'll see on the replay, but it hit the post, Rob, to answer your first question. And this replay should show and answer the second of your questions. What happened with the head collision? So that hit the post. You happy with that? High ball. Yeah, collision of heads, you would imagine. No free or penalty there.
I thought it was a hand out there.
And good refereeing and good camera work by the boys.
Who struck that, boys? It was very hard to see where I was sitting.
We'll see if we can tell you now. It's Erba.
Are you expecting Erba to be ruffling the nets there, boys?
Well, he couldn't get closer if he tried. So Olympic, that's their first goal attempt And according to the English Championship, that's off target when it's the post.
That's correct.
But it's,
Or a poster. We've got woodwork.
yeah, I know. But they actually class that as off target.
Speaking of the English Championships,
Don't.
poorly.
Don't.
Okay, I'll leave it there.
Five
that's
games to
second.
go. Oh.
Don't worry, Paul. I feel the same right now.
All right.
We're on the top of the summit there in the Premier League. We're fighting it out, and I feel your nerves right now, Paulie.
Yep, it's not over till I don't know if we're allowed to say it.
We
but-
can't say it anymore, but we know where that's saying.
They're going to bounce the ball.
Well, we'll see
Has
what
to
the
be.
referee does here. It's
It's a bounce ball.
would it, or you just leave it for the Raiders to deal with it? I mean, if it's a
I
drop
think
ball, in
Olympic will just leave it with
that's
them.
right.
Yeah.
I think the sportsmanlike thing will be Olympic to leave it for the Raiders to deal with the drop ball. Just as long as the two players are okay.
So who was it?
Espina and
Kamara.
Carter, by the looks of it. Carter,
Was it Carter?
Carter and Espina.
Okay.
Oh no, you're right. Carter's back
No,
there.
it was
so-
Kamara.
Kamara, sorry.
Sorry.
Plenty wrong with me, mate. Got a couple of hours.
So, chance for Monaco. Monaco wins the ball, goes and switches play, looking for Maury, but it's come unstuck. Halliday's got it. I can sense Olympic getting back into it. Goes out, left side. Edinburgh's been quiet. What can he do?
He's just hit the post.
Well, he has been quiet, I'm sorry.
He hasn't had the service he probably would have liked.
Yeah.
But he's been around the place, don't worry.
Butler Bowden takes the throw, gets it back from Ponendas, back to Bowden, switches play, right hand side, that was from Halliday, Macredis, they're looking good, just didn't look at the ball at the wrong time,
Here's
go
danger.
into a counter attack, Carter and Brown.
Oh, that's stupid.
Brown has done something.
It's
It's
no,
gone the
wait,
other
it's
way
the other
round.
way. I think it's a red card too. Watch this on the replay. I think the referee's got this absolutely wrong. Have a look at this on the replay. Last player, Butler Bowden. In fact, it's Brown. Brings him down like a rugby challenge, and he wins the free.
Got a high, look, there.
No, you're dreaming. Unless he was holding his hand
Yeah, I
first.
think he might have been holding
And
it.
in the meantime, Raiders have had to deal with
Take
the
it back.
situation. I do take
Say
it back.
sorry.
Sorry, Eric.
It's okay.
Eric.
He's having a good game, Paulie.
He's
proving himself again. But he's been called over by the linesman.
So that was this would be interesting. So that was a free kick in the end to
I think somebody said something on the
the
bench.
Raiders. So the Raiders. So what's that? I'm with you now, Bomber. Whatever you want to tell me. How many fouls have the Raiders conceded this half?
The Raiders have conceded 2 for this half.
Okay.
Whose bench is that one?
Raiders.
Raiders bench. Just had a chat with someone and nothing's happened.
Assistant coach.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe because they might have been calling for a penalty last. Oh, sorry, a
corner
red card.
kick's taken deep into attack. Butler Bowden's there, but it's going to come unstuck. Clearing the ball, it's Visconti. Not a good clearance though. Straight to Macredis, but his ball straight to Carter. Geez, an excitement machine as well, isn't he? Look at him go. Carter, still Carter.
Twinkle toes.
Still Carter, and it's gone over the sideline for a throw-in.
Credit to the referee. I will take my hat off there. I mean, he is close. I'll give him that. And even on the replay, I thought it might have been Carter being pulled back or pulled down by Brown, but he saw it first. And Eric, well done, mate.
Got to give the first one. As it goes into attack, Edinburgh, not a good ball, cut out easily there by Wolves. Goes back to Kamara.
Oof, interesting.
Kamara's come back onto the ground.
Might still have concussion by that pass.
And it's cleared here by Munro. To go into attack, Carter. Macredis will head it back to his keeper there in Harpus.
They look good, Olympic, asking some questions, but it's just not coming off for him in the final third. As Brown now looks up, goes to the far side. High hold De Silva, Ricardo De Silva. Still with the ball for Olympic, pushing forward.
Yeah.
Good switch of play. Espina now keeps it in near his attacking corner flag, gets the cross. Who's there to meet it? Headed away by Kamara. Visconti should tidy up for the Raiders. Under pressure, Espina applied it. And Rocky Visconti could come and collect it, turns it over to Halliday. So Halliday for Olympic now, finds De Silva. Halliday still running, ignored. De Silva backtracking, goes backwards to Butler Bowden, all the way back to Brown.
So it goes out to De Silva. Macreadis. Espina's on this touchline, right-hand side. Decides to chip it to Fernandez. Can't get there, though. Walls is there. And he polices it over the sideline for a throw-in. So Walls.
Flags up, boys, for a substitution.
Okello
He's
Phillip.
kept it down.
Okello Phillip will take the throw-in. It's like Bralic coming on. Is that Bralic? It looks like him.
Now they're going to the bench.
Zafaridis, I reckon.
Zafaridis.
Yeah, it's Zafaridis.
So Rocco Visconti coming off.
He hasn't had his best of games, Paul. I'm not too surprised with that
blimey.
substitution.
He's been injured too, I think.
If you're making a
easing him in.
If you're making a substitute, yeah, but how long can you ease him in? It's
Yeah,
round
7.
6.
Yes,
Yeah,
round 7.
Round 7, Paul, Robbie.
Easing him in.
But in saying that, he's played every week, Rob. But in saying that, though,
No.
who would you take off in this Raiders lineup currently? Unfortunately, you'd be taking off Rocket. He hasn't had his best of games
He didn't
today.
play
Rob.
against South Adelaide.
You're right with Zafaridis coming on just for the point there for you, Ryan. As now Olympic to get this into the tip of the hot spot. Who's clicking their bottle there? You.
I don't know.
You. As a ball comes into the box, a dangerous one. Kamara gets his head on it. And it's clear, but it'll come back unless Murray's got the speed, but he hasn't got the support. They're running up in numbers now, Olympic. But, Raiders, but Olympic win out in numbers.
Well
Ball's
done.
gone out of play. And Ryan, I can't believe Rob has not gone for his tracksuit top yet.
No, I haven't.
He is getting an ice pack, though. I can see on the
ice
bench
pack?
there, he is getting a bit of ice on his thigh muscle. So if that's the injury he is carrying, as a squad, do you keep trying to ease him in, as Rob, you trying to say, or give him a couple of weeks and get that injury
No,
better?
he didn't play against South Adelaide, so yeah.
So what are you going to, as a coach, would you say, give you 3 weeks off and get this injury right, because we'll need you in the back end?
Well, I think so, because
Maybe.
they're all right in the table at the moment. They're not threatened by relegation. They're travelling okay. So, yeah, get him fully fit as Van Dommel pumps the ball forward. Carter, the target man for the Raiders, lays it off.
Oh, here we
Monaco goes out to Murray. Murray from an angle shoots, and a great save by the keeper.
Well done.
Harpus there brought into action. That's his first save of the second half, and it's a goal attempt on target for the Raiders.
He knows how to crack him, doesn't he, Ryan?
He's got the eye of the tiger.
Even against South Adelaide.
Watch this on the replay.
Crunching.
Angle against him, even distance, and
Tell
boy,
you what.
he worked the fingers there of Harpus.
In the meantime, boys, while we're talking as well, Tomas has come on for Butler Bowden. Butler Bowden is now on the bench for Adelaide Olympic,
Well
and
done,
ice
Ryan.
has gone
Succumbed to
onto
that.
his Corky.
So the corner kick taken. It's a left-footed in-swinger headed out there by the Pornenders, I reckon it was. Goes to Espina. Espina's a racehorse. He's up against...
Well, Winks has
Carter?
beaten him. If he's a racehorse, Winks came from behind and
He did.
Did Winks win
That was
today?
Kamara. Yeah, he did. Paid $1.
so Olympic have made all 3 subs, Ryan, and what, all due to injury?
There's another one injured
Yeah.
now. He's gone.
22 minutes in the second half gone, and Olympic have cleared their bench.
Well, Karatzis didn't come off injured, so it was 2, unfortunately, to injury. But
Gee,
De Silva's calling for.
That's not good. They're trailing 1-0.
He's not feeling. I'm just here now, having a look, and De Silva's got his hand on his heart.
What does that mean?
I don't think he's feeling well after that. Maybe that bit of a head collision.
De Silva's on his knees. It's not the player down is not De Silva.
It's a spinner, and I don't think he's feeling well after that head collision.
Ah.
He took a brunt of it, didn't he?
Bomber.
Just going to go through some, while we've got a minute to go through some State League scores. And West Torrens winning 1-0 over Adelaide Victory. Cumberland United winning 3-1 over Western Strikers. White City Woodville winning 3-0 over Noarlunga United. Sturt Lions winning 4-1 over Playford. Modbury Jets winning 4-0 over Salisbury United. And Seaford Rangers winning 6-4 over Fulham United.
Boys, he's off.
Jeez, he's got a lump on his
Yeah,
head.
if the
Look
camera
at
wants to
that.
see, he's got a lump on
Oh, I
the
can
right
see it
side of
from
his
here.
temple. He's
Oh,
not
that's
good. He's
terrible. That does not look good at all. So that means Olympic are going to play with 10 men. As if it's not hard enough already. A goal down. Have a look at the size of that. It's not good.
He's not in a good sort, boys. He is not in a good sort.
They should have taken him off after the head collision. Didn't that come up straight away?
Did that happen before the substitution?
Nah, it's hard to tell, but that should have been definitely should have been said before the substitution was made.
Absolutely. So now Olympic down to 10 men and they trail 1-0. They are into attack. Yossiev plays it short. Kelly Phillips. Phillip played it
Zafaridis.
Oliver Zafaridis. So now it's Olympic. Matty Halliday. Back to his keeper. Interesting back pass, that one there. Harpus needs to deal with it, does so. McCready's, beautiful work, McCready's.
He's smooth as well,
isn't he? Lassus back to Halliday, goes wide. Penendis back to Halliday. Olympic down at 10. Gee whiz. And that's totally unforced. 3 changes. So in hindsight, would you have kept maybe Karatzis on, unless there was a
Well, he looked like
injury.
He had an injury too, didn't he? Anyhow, it's Olympic with a throw-in. Hale de Silva. Can they still get back into this game? They have been reduced to 10 men, not due to a red card, but due to making all the substitutes.
Well,
and Espina
forced changes, Rob. Injuries.
Injured. So, yeah, reduced to 10 men that way. As
put
it goes in to Eli Vlatsis. Can they get one back? He tried to cut it back or shoot from there. I don't know what he did.
You can just hear the hush in the crowd that they're just a little bit despondent now. So hopefully that doesn't...
Even the bench looks very flat.
You don't want that to relay out to your players. They need a lift. Maybe the crowd could give them a bit of a lift, but at the moment, it's not looking good for Olympic. So now, Munro taking his time. Gets good distance on that over the halfway line. Brown got up high. So did Halliday. Halliday intelligently chips it to the far side. Fresh legs on the park there. Tomazos couldn't keep it in.
So Olympic with the throw-in, goes backwards towards Halliday. He'll switch play. Does so, goes to Macreadis. De Silva, captain of Olympic, will have to go on his own.
3 to beat, gee.
He went down.
Could have
been a free kick,
absolutely.
but play on, goes to Carter. Got 2 players on him, can go backwards to Safaridis. Safaridis got it, cuts it back. He's going back to Zafaridis. Now Murray's got it. Zafaridis.
Oh, that was ordinary.
Not a good pass, and away go Olympic. No one there though. Easily cut out there by Raiders. They've got 4 or 5 players in the back lines at the moment.
Oh, have a look at that.
They've lost out as well. Ends up with Vlatsis, I think, finding Edinburgh. Edinburgh's got the chance. Can he get the goal? No, he took too long.
Should have gone first time.
Should have hit it straight away, but he's won himself
back
a
yourself.
corner kick.
Have a look at him. Should have gone first time. Lafari coming across, and in the
Got a
end,
good shot on him.
Absolutely.
Crack it.
He's sold himself short there. They win a corner though, Olympic.
Vlatsis.
Right foot in swinger, far side of the ground, near post, headed away. Murray giving chase. He's only got Carter in front of him. That's the way it goes.
Put it in front of him.
He's got the speed. Keep him onside. And that's onside. Here's a chance. This will be number 2. Damien Murray's son, Joshua Murray. Saved by the keeper, but he'll spin in. I don't know how that just came, but it spun. I thought it was going to go out.
No, it was going in.
73rd minute, and he's got a
It
couple of
spun
bottles.
the right way, didn't it?
Let's have a look at this on the replay. Beautiful play. Beautiful ball by Carter
Well
to
done,
keep him
Carter.
onside. Morris still had a bit to do. Keeper came, narrowed the angle down, made the save, but the spin was going to take it in. But Josh said, just in case, it's 2-0 Raiders. And Olympic playing with 10 men due to injury.
Cannot not give him the Man of the Match award.
Not only that, he did well. He kept himself on side.
Yeah, he did.
And
Great ball by Carter.
But, yeah, you said that well, Robbie. Great ball by Carter. Great play by Murray. Great ball by Carter. And fortunate with the finish, yes. But a goal's a goal.
So Adelaide Olympic, the win's been taken out of them, down to 10 men due to injuries, and all subs being made, and those subs predominantly were because of injury. So it's not looking good. 2-0 Raiders.
Since Murray left Adelaide City, he's just lifted another leg, hasn't he? Playing
Joshua?
Yeah, Joshua, yeah. 100%.
So now Walls defending for the Raiders, plays it up the line, but runs out of line in the end. That'll be a throw into Olympic. This will test their character now, boys. 2-0 down to 10 men. And Tomazos doing well. Finds De Silva. De Silva Looking for an overlapping run. Goes himself. Good shot. And, gee, not far wide. That would have lifted them off target, that goal attempt. De Silva watching on the replay. Why not? And goes for it and just wide of the upright. Would have been top corner. But let's not go with the would have, could have, should have been.
Yeah. So reduced to 10
gone,
men.
yeah.
Whose fault was that at the end?
No, well, 2 of the 3 changes were forced injuries, Rob. So I don't think you can blame anyone. The Karatzis change, well, there could be something to do with injury as well. We don't know because pretty early. But anyway, Raiders on the charge.
Murray's got it. Goes to Carter. Turns well. But well done, Makritis. Trying to find Vlatsis. Raiders certainly have done well in the second half. They do clear it though, Olympic. Trying to find Edinburgh. Kamara's done a great job on him tonight. He'll be up there in the best players. As
There's always had 2 around him though. Look, gets dumped after proceedings, poor old Edinburgh. So that's a free kick to Olympic, conceded by the Raiders. It's 3 fouls. I make it at least by the Raiders this half. Bomber, how are we going?
4.
Oh, you're probably right, mate. And I'm glad you said that because Ryan's got so many friends down there with the wine now. All of a sudden, his friends have spiked. Don't worry about Facebook friends. He's got real friends down there because he's got real wine. They're all your friends. Hey, they're all your friends, Ryan.
So 16's off.
Did he get a wine?
For Raiders.
Well done, Bomber. He's picked up the sub that we didn't.
And who's that? 17.
No, Jimbo picked that up.
So Yossiev off.
For Bralic.
Thanks,
Bralic,
Jimbo.
the old warhorse. How old is he, Bralic? He's been around, right? Good player too, though.
Out of all these eyes, our producer had to pick up that sub.
Well, he's told me on my ear.
I know, but he picked it up. What were we doing?
You're looking at my new friends.
That's true.
My new mate friends.
You were talking to your new friends?
Yeah, they saw the bottle of wine ready for the man of the match. I reckon we're all going to decide on the same in today's game. But they said, can we take the bottle of wine? I said, $100. And I'll tell the boys I've lost the bottle of wine. I've made myself $100. You guys are happy and happy days.
Happy days. They go into attack in the way. I'll tell you what, Makritis has been good tonight.
He's a good player, Makritis.
He is very. As they go into attack, looking for Erba.
See how he's always got 2 around him, though?
Doesn't matter.
Well, it does. The poor bloke needs some support.
We'll get someone to support him. Murray's hurt, I think. Someone's saying.
It doesn't look too. His injury running.
We'll keep an eye on him as Olympic come forward now. Awkward touch there. Van Dommel turns it over. De Silva inboard. Makritis with a fresh airy. And they'll have a throw in Adelaide Olympic. Trail 2-0 on the Green Play Australia scoreboard. And on the Green Play Australia time clock, we've played 32 minutes this second half. Olympic forcibly down to 10 men due to injury. Makritis going backwards. Brown looks up, chips it forward. Blafari gets a foot on it, off the side of the boot. Goes to Penendis. He chips it into the box. Too heavy for Vlasis, or good thought, good execution. But just Vlasis out of position.
So goal kick, be taken here by Munro. Who's the 2 that picked the Raiders tonight?
The Pauls.
The Pauls. Good pick, boys. We've still time for them to get back into this game.
I can hear some clicking. Is that your teeth, Rob?
No.
Jittering? I can't believe you haven't gone the track, so you must be. You freezing?
No, I'm fine.
Did you have some wine before the
No alcohol. Maybe after the game. As the ball goes into attack. Cleared by Makritis again. Brown lets it go for his keeper. Gets it back though. Brown looks for support. Looks for the switch.
Good
What a
ball.
bad switch.
Wow.
Finding player that's fallen on the ground.
Tomazos.
And it'll be a throw in to Bonendes. Can they pull one back? Just to put a bit of pressure on them.
Yeah, if they do, I reckon it'll give them a good spark and they'll almost alleviate that deficiency of 10 men. They need something Olympic.
We've seen them come back in the dying seconds in the past.
Maury, courageous. Halliday under the ball. Finds Penendis. Vlasis, Penendis.
Karapitas.
Was it Karapitas? Penendis.
There's no Karapitas on the plate.
Number
Bralic,
6.
you mean?
Yeah,
Number 8 is Karapitas.
Oh,
Number 6 is
Karapitas.
Vlasis.
I thought you said Karapitas.
I thought Paulie said Billy Karapitas too.
That's what I
Great
thought.
player he was too.
He was good.
So McCready's now turns it over in the way and cleared in the end by Zafaridis. Ball in the middle of the park. Here's a chance for Maury. Plays it to Monaco. Monaco sends Maury on a run again. It's swinging. Brown comes across. Maury's there, and so's Brown, and concedes a corner kick. And let's have a look at Brown there, doing just enough to put Maury off and getting a toe on it. Concedes a corner. This is the Raiders. This is their first bomber?
The Raiders' second corner of the game. Of the half.
Off the half, yeah. Thanks to Green Play Australia.
So Zafaridis will take this corner kick. Raiders leading 2-0. Kamara's gone up. Also Van Dommel. Look out for Van Dommel. Goes a switch.
Good punch.
Harpus did well. Punched it out. Chance for Raiders. Doubling back. Kamara that was. Okello Phillip. Back to Kamara it goes. Van Dommel. The back players are moving forward. Van Dommel's in the forward line.
You mean Van Dommel, don't you?
Van Dommel, yes. So it's a throw into Van Dommel.
Yes, of course. Almost 36 minutes gone this second half on the Green Play Australia time clock. Ball in the box.
Oh, good turn.
Monaco gets across. Could have been fairly deep, but Carter makes it look good because he gets there. So Raiders still in attack. Carter needs some support out of an overlapping run from Walls. Ignored it. Carter comes in on his left peg. Going on the way back almost to the halfway line. Bralic up the line. Walls felled. Play on says the referee. Monaco to the byline, but hot on his hammer. Halliday, too much experience there and class. And Olympic come away with the ball.
So they go towards the left side. And that's gone over the sideline for a throw-in. Big gala night for the Olympic.
Very good
but
initiative.
Not so gala on the field. Yes, Bomber.
So with the win tonight, they'll bring Raiders up to, now if I'm right, 3rd or 4th?
We've got a substitute happening for the Raiders, and it's Monaco coming off.
Carossi's coming on.
David Carossi. He's played well, Monaco. He's worked hard.
That's their third change as well. So Jake Monaco off.
So Kello Phillip looking for Walls. Looking for Maury. On the way to Halliday. Edinburgh lonesome up front.
Lonesome?
Well, he's by himself. So a throw will be taken. Penendis looking for Edinburgh. Oh, good touch. Vlasis goes one way then the other. Referee waves play on. Good referee. Goes to Macreadis. Almost lost out. Karapitas goes one way then the other. De Silva. Tomazos. Halliday. Left side of the park.
well
Penendis. Good skills. Got past a couple. Looking for a square option. Goes backwards. Finds Halliday. Halliday goes into attack. Eli Vlasis. Can they get one back?
Well done, Blafari.
But it's gone over the sideline. Over there for a throw-in to Olympic.
Olympic now deep in their attacking half. Trailing 2-0. And down to 10 men, forcibly. Penendis just hacks it into the box, hoping. Edinburgh again maybe should have gone first time. Lays it off for Macready's and coming across to meet it there was Zafaridis. But, gee, why doesn't he back himself? The lad's got class, skill. Go first time, son. So throw in Olympic. A bit of a nudge there, but De Silva didn't want to keep it in. He's in the box. Lays it off. Who's there? Adba back against the goal. And Kamara, and they come away with it in numbers. Kamara might have hurt himself in that clearance for the Raiders. And hobbling a bit, Kamara. Keep an eye on him. As Macready's now for Olympic. Down the line, De Silva in the back. Is that a foul or a throw-in? It's a foul.
There's hobbling, Kamara. So De Silva will take this free kick.
I reckon Bomber needs your light. It's pretty dark on your sheet.
It goes out, chips it out. Oh, easily taken there by Munro.
Well read by Munro, though. He had a couple coming down on him. Oh, that light's the worst. It's 2 cent globe.
It works.
What? If there were no lights on at all.
If it was dark.
Yep. So Olympic, some defending to do and chasing the game. 2-0 down to the Raiders. We're about 5 minutes away from extra time. Geez, he's tried all night as De Silva. Looks a little bit dejected now, though. There's a throw in Macready's. Vlasis back to Macready's. Macready's now wins another throw in. So status quo, back up the line now. One in the back there, that could have been a foul. Katapides asks and receives. How many fouls is that the Raiders have conceded this half, Bomber?
5 for this half.
I thought it was 6.
Used to.
You love it, don't you?
No.
Come on, Paulie. We're the only ones that have picked the winners.
Should only be one stats person.
You reckon?
There's only one.
Between the two of us, we're still...
As it goes out to Silver, too close to the keeper.
Between the two of us, we're struggling. This is quality control.
A nice throw there. Beautiful. Straight to Maury. Maury's got my man in the match. Another 2 bottles we can bring home. As it goes out to Safaridis. Trying to control it.
I think my battery's had it after you've cursed me. You've cursed the battery.
Karossi loses out. Walls does well. Goes to Murray. Cuts it back. Not finding Carter.
Gee, Halliday had to be precise.
So Carter almost wins the ball back. But well done, De Silva. Captain De Silva. Played a serviceable game. Goes out to Tomazos. And then goes... over the sideline. Actually, it's not. It's Kamara. Looking for Murray's. I think he's
it's run all
pretty
night,
much had it for the day, for the night. As it goes out to Olympic, Ponendas. As it goes to Kamara over the sideline. Once again, deep into the second half, 86 minutes played. Green play Australia time clock. Green play Australia scoreboard. Raiders comfortably leading 2-0. Macreatis. De Silva. Looks for support. Brown. Goes deep into attack. No one there though. Only Wolves. Goes to Ponendas. Tries to go 1-2 with Tomazos, I think, is there. It is. They do clear it only as far as Halliday. They haven't given up the ghost. Goes 1-2, chance for Eli Vlatzis, but it's cleared here by Raiders. Let's go out for a corner kick, I reckon.
Throw in.
Throw in? Okay, throw in.
Throw into Olympic. Ponendis chips it into the box, but well read. Maury, he's even defending.
Told you it was a corner.
It's a corner now, Robbie.
I know.
Sometimes I don't believe you, but second guess myself.
So right foot in, swinger goes near post. It's not cleared convincingly. Here's a chance, but Bralich in the way for the Raiders, who releases Carter. Carter's got Maury up there wide if he wants him. That's the way it goes. Keeper should have come, hesitated, but it's cleaned up by Brown. Not convincingly. Now he gets a second bite at the cherry. Tomazos lays it off to Halliday. And Halliday clears the danger up to De Silva.
De Silva touches it towards Ponendas. Goes back to De Silva. Vlasis, sorry. Goes in the way though, Blafari. Ponendas again. Goes short, Tomazos. Macreatis. Good tackle there by Safaridis. Carter, can he get there? Could be trouble because Murray was on his own. On the right side, but it's gone all the way back to Harpers, to Brown. So Olympic with the ball. They go into attack.
No, too heavy.
Too close to the keeper though. And throw it out to right-hand side to Kamara.
So Kamara for the Raiders. They lead 2-0 on the Green Play Australia scoreboard. Geez, he's turned it over cheaply though. Peters goes wide to Penendis, who chips it into the box. Edba's there. So's the keeper. Spilled by the keeper. Edba's fell. That's a penalty, surely. Oh, a bit delayed there, ref.
That's all right.
Oh, that was a penalty. And could have been too little too late. Watch this on the replay.
They have done this before.
The keeper mucked that one up. And Van Dommel, the culprit, Edba, the recipient.
No yellow card?
Oh, not really, no. Just a clumsy challenge.
And there's the yellow card.
There you go.
Van Dommel.
So Van Dommel gets a yellow. Penalty to Olympic. And Penendis steps up to take it. Error by the keeper there. Munro maybe should have held that the first time. So he's given, well, potentially Olympic a lifeline. Can Penendis convert this lifeline? Right at the 90th minute it'll be. Penendis scores, shoots and scores. And he knows time's the enemy. Yep. They've got about 3.5 minutes to do it in.
More
You reckon? I reckon it'd be about 4, Robbie.
Yeah, I
There's been
agree.
a lot of substitutions, 2 goals.
What about the head injuries?
That's what I'm saying. 4 substitutions,
Gee, well
2
taken
goals.
penalty. Sorry, Ryan, looking at that replay, that's the way to take a penalty. Watch this, boys. Look at the power. Even the keeper went the right way, but no one was going to stop that. Beautiful, Penendis. Well done. Right in the 90th
Olympic
minute.
lifeline. Can they do it? As Bralic goes to Murray. Murray with the right-hand side of the park. Looking for support. Goes to Carter. Carter can crack it. Goes one way. Now he cracks it.
Ooh.
And that went sky high. And that will be a goal kick to Olympic.
Just watching on the replay. Is he a natural right footer?
No, he's a left footer.
That's probably why. Blimey, Charlie.
So, Olympic, can they get back into this game? With 10 men. As it goes out to Erba, cleverly to Tomazos. What can he do? Goes out. Oh, is there a shot? No, it's not. It's across the face goal.
Easy, Rob.
I got excited. And it goes out for a throw-in.
Well, it's going to be an exciting... We've played a minute of extra time already. Probably about 4 to 5, the boys are saying. And the referee's going to give another yellow card to De Silva.
Yep.
For what? Time wasting? I don't think so.
He
Well,
get the corner flag. If the camera want to see, there's no corner flag in that right-hand corner.
And that's exactly where the camera boys have gone.
De Silva has given it a bit of a whack.
Bit of frustration. 2-1 down Olympic. They've got it.
Do you have to put it back, do you? How come the referee's got to put it back?
Well, you can't play without a corner flag, can you? It's one of
there's
the
only
regulations.
A couple of minutes to go.
Well, this is going to extend extra time. So what's happening here? It will
Follow
be
that. Who was the
Referee
camera
asked
guys?
Ricardo to put it back in, but he wasn't going to put it back in, so Vlasis has gone to put it in.
So anyone on the camera corner there, boys? There we go. That's back in.
Yep.
Thank you. So it'll be a
What
throw-in
is it?
to the Raiders. That's why they're taking their time, soaking up the clock, but the referee should add time on for all this. We've lost about a minute just in this little escapade. So throw into the Raiders.
So Raiders with a throw-in. Van Dommel gets it down the line. Murray's there.
Murray's everywhere.
So it's a throw into Olympic. Can they get one in the dying seconds? Goes out to Tomazos. Is that a corner?
No.
No, it's not.
I like the
So
way
I
you
asked
asked
the
it, though.
question.
You're getting excited, Rob.
I like a close finish.
Well, you've got that, and we've played almost 3 minutes of extra time. Raiders 2, Olympic 1. You'd say there'd be about 5 to 6 minutes of extra time here tonight because of the injuries and the stalling tactics. So from the goal kick now, Munro, good distance on it. And mind you, Olympic down to 10 men forcibly. There's a free kick, a head collision. Carter down. Does the referee stop the game or what? Now he will. So he's adding on time. He's indicating to everyone he's adding on time. We've played 3 minutes of.
I reckon 6 minutes.
At least. Olympic, very courageous. Halliday, Penendis, back to Halliday will switch the play. McCreadis was the target. He'll get there eventually. He could put this into the box, but he's taking it to the byline. Zafaridis hot on his hammer, and Zafaridis wins out. Up the line.
Wins out well, goes to Murray. That's not Murray, it's Karosi. Karosi gets out, finding Carter Brown. Does well.
Offside flag up.
I thought it was blowing whistle.
Could have been the first one.
Van Dommel's got to watch out.
That is the first one for the game, actually.
Going against the Raiders.
So they've quickly got another ball out. As it's Brown, he's got a long kick on him. Gets it out. No one there though. Only Okello Phillip. Fresh area there. I think Murray's hurt himself. Is that Murray?
He has hurt himself terribly. Knee or calf, I reckon knee.
Oh, he's in a bit of pain, boys.
Knee. So it's Olympic on the charge. They're not worried about that as De Silva's got the ball near the corner flag. Wins the throw in.
Hurt on this pitch. Is it the artificial pitch?
It's not
doing all this.
Cramp?
Yeah, it's cramp.
So he's up and about.
That's okay. He's done a lot of running. That's why he's got it.
So Murray's okay, although suffering cramp, hobbling.
They've got a chance here. Dying seconds.
Is it a corner? Or a
throw-in?
McCready.
Throw.
Into the box, but it's headed away by the Raiders' defence. Being held was Halliday. Could have won a free kick. Here's a chance there for Van Dommel now. Van Dommel in nosebleed territory. He's got Carter if he wants, and that's the way it goes.
Done.
Good vision. Carter back on his right. Carter into the box. Oh, good defending by Brown, and Rob would want to give him the man of the match, even though in a losing team. Oh, you're joking. Full-time whistle. 5.5 minutes.
Oh, well.
Interesting.
Good effort by Olympic in the end, I thought.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, good effort by Olympic all game, really, Rob. They were never out of it, even at 2-0. And the stats might tell us that as Bomber would accumulate all the facts and figures there. But an evenly matched team, and unfortunately, Olympic going down to 10 men.
Where are you going to, Ryan?
George Thonis? No, Josh Murray.
Yeah, I think so.
Ask him if he's up for an interview. He's hobbling.
Ask him if he's got my 2 bottles that I gave him. I left it in the change rooms.
Party's on at the Morris tonight.
He's hobbling there.
We'll just get him all mic'd up. But Bomber, how are you going with those stats there? It was a fairly evenly matched game, Rob. I thought it had Olympic been 11 on 11 all game.
They could have come back into this game, yeah.
They're always around the mark.
It was certainly the Josh Murray show tonight. Certainly got a lot of flair, knows where the goals are.
Terence Carter a little bit quiet for your liking tonight?
Oh, well, he gave a couple of nice balls.
You got to see, boys. You got to see what they do off the ball as well, not just what they do on the ball. Bobby Firmino for Liverpool is a class example. Doesn't get a lot of goals or assists, but he does a lot of work off the ball and work defensively. And Terence Carter does do that, and also Falso Adelaide does do that for Olympic as well, because a lot of the time he's up there by himself. Referee's
just being escorted off the park and. Did well, I think, Eric Ford Sestile tonight in a pressure situation.
Well it was a good little keeper, a good little referee. Good little referee.
So Raiders, the visitors tonight, running out victors 2-1 over Adelaide Olympic, and it was a very evenly matched game for mine. I think Raiders obviously took their chances a little bit better.
I think Raiders were the better team.
They took their chances. I think Olympic had a lot of the ball, but probably not as effective
Olympic
in the final
up the game
third.
Quite well, and I thought Raiders slowly got into it.
Well, boys, I have our man of the match here, Josh Murray. But before I present these 2 bottles of wine by Claymore, I'd like to show them on screen. Thank you, Claymore Wines. Again, Josh Murray. This is his second
close-up
man of the match. Close up, beautiful red, a beautiful white. You like red or white? Which one do you like?
He's got 2 reds in the change room.
Got to be red. He's a red man. He's a red man. A nice winter night. The plate of pasta. Nice bottle of red wine. Thank you, Claymore Wines. Joshua Murray. Let me put these down. Congratulations. Well done. Great game. First half. A little bit cagey that first half was. You guys both were trying to test the waters. You weren't doing too much attacking. You both are quite fluid teams and attacking teams, but you guys were a bit hesitant in the way you played football. What was the difference between the first half and the second half?
I think the first half, we definitely were a bit cagey. I do agree.
probably trying to find our feet. And then the second half, mentality was just to get forward, find the pockets. We changed our formation a bit, and we just wanted to expose those pockets with our speed. So I think that definitely worked in the second half. I mean, we had our moments where we were probably a little bit under pressure, but we definitely dealt with it. Other than that, I think we stuck to the game plan. We executed our chances when we had them, and that's how you win games, I guess.
Raiders. I didn't think you guys were going to be a surprise packet this year. You've got a great squad and a great depth in your squad. Have you surprised yourselves as a team of how you're doing so far, or not really internally? You really had some good belief that you could really shake this league up this season?
I think I said it earlier, and I think we weren't coming here to be complacent at all. We do have a great team, and we have some great players that we've definitely recruited over the off-season. And our main goal was to be the title contenders, and I think we're going to be doing that. I don't think it's anything complacent just to stay up. Like I said before, we're going to go for that title, we're going to go for that final spot, and the way we're going, I think we can definitely do it.
Olympic, surprised with the Olympic season? You played a number of years under George Sonis at Adelaide City. Are you surprised how they're going, or they remind me of a typical Damien Murray side, to be honest with you?
To be honest, George is a great coach, and I love playing under. Even I was playing under him, and I mean the team he's got. It's got a fit team. He's got a really hard-working team. They were a bit unlucky they had their chances tonight, but I guess you got to have luck in football, and that's what we had. And when we had our chances, we executed. So couldn't be happier, to be honest.
Personally yourself, happy with tonight's game? You got your 2 goals. Second one, a bit fortunate, but when things are going well, and you take that any day. No one remembers how that second goal went in. You take it. How yourself personally? How yourself tonight's game in the season? How are you feeling? How you're going?
Definitely this season. I worked really hard in the off season and really pushed myself in the off season to be a better player this year, and that's what I want to do. I really want to be a really good player for our team, and I'm hoping on doing that. And chances, I'm working hard in the training and working hard on my finishing. So got to be in the spot to get the goals and making the runs. So if they find me, I'm hopefully going to put it away.
Raiders, you come to Raiders last year, a little bit of talk of why and what happened, and put that all to the side. In hindsight, did you think you were going to be in this position right now as we're speaking with this club?
I mean, last season I came there and all I wanted to do was just play football. I love the game, and that's what I've done this year, and I've found the love for the game again, and I'm loving playing football. And that's what Raiders have done for me, and they've welcomed me so much into the club, and they've made me feel really at home. And they're giving me so much confidence to play, and I'm not surprised where we are. We worked ever so hard in the preseason. We had probably the longest preseasons I've ever had in my life. Started early in November, and it's starting to pay off. We're a fit team. We're running out games, and we're really putting a lot of teams under pressure.
Nicky Kuzman, we haven't really seen him. He hasn't coached at this level before. You had him at Raiders in the second division. Tell us about him. What's he like? You've been under, for me, probably one of the hardest coaches I've had in your dad. What's he like as a coach? Is he different to your dad, or is he different to you've played under Paul Pezos at United, under Marco Kurtz at United? What's he like as a manager?
To be honest, he's a hard coach, and the way he trains us, and he puts us under a lot of pressure, and he expects a lot from us. We might set the bar really high, but his bar is always higher than what we think it is, and that's how it's going to drive us to be the best team in the competition. And he's got that with Larry as well, and we're working ever so hard in training, and he always pushes us. Good coach, and one of the best coaches I've had so far in my career.
Boys, ask this wonderful man some questions.
Josh, how's your injury? What did you do? Calf injury?
I've never had a cramp so bad in my life. I fell on my calf, and I thought it was my knee, and it was my calf, and I don't know. Yeah, it was probably just one of the weirdest cramps I've ever had, to be honest.
You do extra training. Do you do it with your dad, Damien, or you go out yourself?
No, I go out myself. I mean, Dad's there just to... definitely used to. Yeah, of course. But I've just learned from him just to push myself, and I think that's...
Does he give you any advice? I know he's not coaching at the moment. Obviously he does.
Yeah. He definitely comes out and watches, and he's probably my harshest critic. I don't ever hear him say it's a good game, so that's what keeps pushes me, and he's always helped me in my career. So.
You're still obviously aspiring to go in the A-League?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'd love to have the opportunity just to trial with an A-League team, or I'd love to have the opportunity again. I think I didn't probably give it my all when I was there, and I really want to do it again. And I love the game, so
I think it will. Don't worry.
Yeah, I hope so.
Patience.
Josh, you spoke about your injury, your cramp. You've never cramped so much, but I don't think I've ever seen you run so much and so fast. Has that been a part of your pre-season work as well? You were like lightning tonight. I thought Terence Carter was fast, but you made him look slow tonight.
Yeah, probably my weakest strength, probably the last couple of seasons, probably been my speed, and I know I've always had to work on that. So. That was pretty much my pre-season, and I guess in this league, if you got that little bit of speed and you're ahead of your opponent, I guess you can really change games, and that's what I'm trying to do. I know I'm not perfect at it, so I've got to keep working ever so hard, and hopefully the opportunity comes.
How did you find Olympic tonight when they went down to 10 men psychologically? Was that a boost for you guys?
I don't think so. I mean, we just stick to our game plan. We don't really care too much about the opposition, obviously. We've got to stick to our game plan. If we stick to it, it's going to work. We're going to win games. So we focus on ourselves, and the rest takes care of itself, I guess.
Well, Josh, don't let Ryan fool you. Both those bottles are yours, mate, red and white, whatever you don't want.
You've got two in the change rooms as well, by the way.
So party at your house a little bit later?
Fun?
Party at your house a little bit later?
Yeah, no worries, come fast.
Good on you, Josh. Well done, mate.
No worries, thank you so much, boys.
We've seen him a couple of times, and I think both times he's taken out man of the match. He's really something,
in
isn't
South Adelaide, he was good. Tonight, he was exceptional.
As you said, not only the pace of Josh, but he's has a skill level that, yes, his dad knew where the goals were, but Josh technically is a little bit more savvy.
He knows where the goals are too, mate.
Yeah, but he's a bit more savvy with his ball skill as well.
Yeah, very good ball skills.
Okay.
Yeah, can you see him making it in the A-League?
I definitely. Yeah. We've been blessed to watch a game every week and two quality teams every week fight at each other. There's been a couple of players that I've identified myself that I think have got the potential to make it to the next level, and I think the other player that I would love to see have a shot at the next level is Josh Murray. Not just because his ball skills and his last name. I think watching him play, his work rate is phenomenal. He can work both ways, which is fantastic. He's got great poise and great touch on the field. But just speaking to him, you see he's got a great head on great head on his shoulders. He knew what his deficiencies were. He worked on them in the off season, and he's come back a better player.
The pressure he was under at Adelaide City was unbelievable. And that was the best move that he moved away from.
But for me, is that a player knows where they need to work. They go on the off season and they work, and going home and going during the week doing the extra trainings. That's what it takes to make it to the next level. And he's got great DNA. He's got a great mentor in his father. But at the end of the day, the individual needs to do it. And you can see Josh Murray's doing it. When players do that, you hope they get rewarded. And there is enough talent. Yeah, what I've seen, 3 players in this league that I think have got the potential.
And I tell you what, this early in the season, he'll be up there in the Sergio Milta.
Yeah, he is. I saw a couple of weeks ago.
Oh,
he is in the top 3. The Sergio Milta.
Not the
he wouldn't say Sergio Milta, but he would say in the top 3 of votes.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks to Green Play Australia, as you can see on screen. Bomber, if you've got some stats for us, we'll analyse those and then we'll wrap up shortly.
Yeah, so for stats,
Adelaide. My light.
So Olympic.
Go on, show that light. Show that light that gives no light.
Robbie, can you put that light down? It's blinding my eyes.
I thought so, mate.
So Olympic had 8 shots, 3 on target and 5 off target. They committed 10 fouls and had 6 corners. They made 4 saves and had 1 poster and 1 yellow card. For the Raiders, they made 8 shots, 5 on target, 3 off target. They committed 13 fouls. They made 6 corners. They had 5 saves, 1 offside and 1 yellow card.
So what do you give out of 10 for my new stat sheet?
8.
Is that all?
It's a bit generous, Bomber. Well, you can see that the Raiders were a little bit under pressure by the fouls that they committed according to those stats. And I think that shows us Olympic had a lot of the ball tonight. And probably that final third and going down to 10 men didn't help them. But credit to the Raiders. We picked them, Bomber. The 2 polls picked them. I just thought they had a little bit more firepower, and that proved to be. But in saying that, poor old Falster Erba had 2 on him just about every time the ball went near him. That's how much credit they gave him.
And in saying that, Paul, he's going to have that. We've seen him against the last game we'll hear. I can't remember who Adelaide Comets, and he had 2 defenders on him. He's going to have to get used to that now. He's a good player, quality player, and he's going to definitely get pinpointed when they do their video. And
who would you have playing a little bit closer to him then if he's going to be 2-on-1? Who would you have sort of?
Well, do you put Ricky De Silva, or does that take Ricky De Silva too much out of the game?
Ponendez should play a bit closer.
Yeah, you might, because it allows Ponendez is beautiful in the air. He's a strong boy. He can really draw that other centre back off Erba because he's coming up and winning the ball. That will then allow that second ball and Erba to come in there.
They missed Mamadi as well,
Kamara, yeah.
So, and he's got flair, he's got speed.
It's going to be interesting to see how the ladder pulls up. is going to be interesting to see how Spina pulls up. This is a big week for Adelaide Olympic now. There's 3 on the trot now. They're slowly creeping back down the ladder. A couple of key players. No, but what I'm trying to say is that they've got a couple of key players out. I still think Adelaide Olympic have got the squad and the team to be in the top 6. They deserve to be in the top 6. But then at the moment, at current state, their backs are a little bit up against the wall. They've got a couple of players out injured.
Well, it's probably good timing that Delera's out. He'll probably be out for a while.
It's got Easter
and
this week.
Alexandru's, they've picked up Alexandru.
And you got Easter this week with some games, so you get played. But I still think Adelaide Olympic are definitely a top 6 team. The stats did show that they were in tonight's game. They hit the post. Edinburgh did hit the post. And that could have been a different game as well. So I think Adelaide Olympic are definitely going to be in the top 6. They're definitely a great team. But it's a bit of a test now. They've got a couple of key players with a bit of an injury cloud. So it'll be interesting to see what they do.
Let's recap the scorelines from today's games and tonight's games. Croydon Kings and South Adelaide drew 3-3. Parra Hills and Campbelltown drew 0-0. Comets against Blue Eagles. Comets had a good win, 2-1 over the Blue Eagles. West Adelaide, great to see them get their first win of the season. They defeated Adelaide City 3-0. Adelaide Olympic in tonight's match of the round went down 2-0 to the Raiders. Looking at the table, Paul, Blue Eagles stay on top on 14. Then we got Raiders from 5th. They go all the way to 2nd on 13, along with the Comets from 8th to 3rd. That is unbelievable.
Shows how tight the league is.
13. Then we got 2 teams on 11, which is Campbelltown and Croydon. And then we got Adelaide United still to play their game, and also Metro Stars still to play their game on 10 points apiece, along with Olympic with 10. And then we got Parra Hills with 6, West Adelaide with 4, Adelaide City with 3, and South Adelaide getting their first points today on 1 point.
Well, tonight another hoodoo was broken, Rob. The Raiders for the first time in 3 meetings. Of course, the stats and the history isn't that great, but the first time in 3 that the Raiders have actually beaten Adelaide Olympic.
They've only played each other 3 times.
Well, according to the
the Raiders were in State League, Olympic were in Premier League, and before that, I think Olympic were in State League, weren't they? And Raiders were in the Premier League.
I just want to know what you did to this thing that it's playing the same song all the time. I'll leave you for 5 minutes and he's thrown it all. Well, we hope you've enjoyed tonight's game. Live from the Velo Football Centre here tonight, round 7 action. It was the Raiders running out victors, the visitors tonight running out the victors over Adelaide Olympic, the host. They had a beautiful night here for their sponsors and a big celebration, although it might be a little bit muted because of the result. So we'll catch you next time from the complete LSA team, from Chappie and young Pete above us, Jimbo, our producer, right next to us tonight.
And right-hand man.
And right-hand man, keeping us honest with the substitutions that we all missed.
And the wall.
And the what? He's tried the wall joke.
The wall joke.
Repeated material, though. He's got to get some fresh
material.
He's
got to get it,
Paul Bombardietti, our statistician, and, of course, Ryan Marveggio, our boundary rider. We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast tonight. Thanks to Green Play Australia and Velo. We'll catch you next week.
Couple of weeks.
LSA
Couple
team.
of weeks, isn't it?
Couple of weeks, yes.
Happy Easter, everybody.
Happy Easter. Happy Easter.
Worried when we had to cancel our Fiji holiday because of that unexpected cyclone.
Yeah, we'd already prepaid the flights and accommodation.
It's all covered because you took out an RAA travel insurance premium policy. Clever us. And because you booked your holiday through RAA Travel, we were able to rebook you